Who's ready to ride? My shooters got shooters. Once you're in the sight, our aim is the truest. You know I got soul and you know he a fighter. Call him the podcast piper, the smoothest of snipers. Red Dead Panda from the shadows, with a point of precision. The glue of the crew, an assassin with missions. And Nero the line, front line in the block. The shotgun of the truth, the podcast rock. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Tune in on your Saturday night. You can't miss, you won't miss. If you aim down sight. Aim down sight. Oh, aim down sight, yeah. Go. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Aim down sight, we don't miss. Tune in on your Saturday night. You can't miss, you won't miss. If you aim down sight. ADS, 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 oh no. Oh no. Aim down sight. ADS, 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 oh no. Oh no. Aim down sight. Aim down sight, we don't miss. ADS, 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 oh no. Oh no. Aim down sight.
Good morning, good evening. Welcome, everybody, whether you're watching in my time zone somewhere or over in the United States. Thank you and welcome, everybody, to episode 54 of the AIM Downsights podcast. We have fantastic Lyric here this week again with us. Really appreciate you stepping in like this. And then we have the biggest next gen villain in the panel,
Yeah,
NextGenNero.
yeah, nice
I
name
just
to
covered
it.
your
I like that.
next-gen villain thing.
Next gen
Shit.
villain.
Yeah, yeah, man. You need some next gen villains out here, man.
You
Oh,
got to,
next-gen
man.
villain, 100%.
Keep them
But
grounded.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say a quick shout out to everybody who is joining us live and everyone who is going to be watching after the fact. I also just want to say a shout out to how do we say this right? Kasha Warren, who just became a member. Really appreciate that. Everything that goes into the show comes back into the show and supports the show. So thank you so much for becoming a member. I'm going to throw to Lyric, find out what you've been up to, what have you been playing, how have you been, and why are you now a PlayStation gamer after the Xbox showcase? No, I'm kidding.
Toast. No, once again, thanks for having me. It's always fun being up here with y'all. Um, ain't nothing really changed, man. I've been playing. I definitely been hopping on the Siege X. I've been enjoying Rainbow to an extent. I've been playing recently that just dropped the Alters game. I'm loving that right now. But I'm a
yeah.
fall. Absolutely. I'm a Fallout Shelter like bum. So the whole management thing to in that game is just fire to me. So I'm loving that right now. Other than that, I just recently started putting together me a mod list for Starfield. About to hop back in there.
Mm.
Enjoying these games. Enjoying these games.
It's a
I
lot
need
of them.
Yeah.
to go fight for democracy because somebody keep calling me out there. So
It's a lot of them. Yeah,
I'm like,
man. You missed a lot of. I mean, hey, man. Let's not do this on the show, man. You heard enough in the chord, and then. But look, man. We need you out there on Super Earth, man. But it's never too late, man, to come fight for democracy, man. Everybody listening,
never too
whenever
late
you're
to live.
listening, man. If you got access to PC or PlayStation and you don't own Helldivers, man, go get that damn game. It's
That's
fantastic.
totally targeted at me, by the way, because I have a PC
It's a
and I
little
haven't
bit.
bought it.
It's a
I'm
little
not
bit.
a gamer.
But it's a lot of people that haven't bought it, man. Stop. If you're not gonna play that, man, go play Splitgate, man. Splitgate 2. Shout out to homie again. I'm mad he apologized. You feel me? I'm gonna keep it real. That was, I get it. You gotta,
Up, Becca.
but stand on your ground, man. Support the games that's doing something different and doing something unique instead of just trying to take our money every single year with the same bullshit slop that people line up and accept every year, man. But me personally, I finally knocked out Lies of P, man. Got a review up. Recommend going to check that out. Absolute banger.
And
Probably
you're gonna
definitely
go
one of
play
my
the prequel DLC?
yeah, man. I'm a budget gamer going forward, man. Like heavy, and like I'm turning it up 30 times. So it's on my wish list, and it's $30. So I'm shooting to get it for 25. Give me a $5 discount, I grab it. But
Reese
I,
woke up today and chose violence, failgate.
Failgate is diabolical, man.
That's
Look,
crazy.
don't play Reese. Just remember, Reese. It's only one fighter out here that Reese like, and it's not getting no content going forward. So keep waiting for Injustice 3, pal. Splitgate is thriving, and we're actually going to talk about that later on. Got a little special piece of news just for you, Reese. We're happy you brought it up. But yeah, man, I've
Oh.
been playing a bit of Helldivers. I did buy and check out Altars. It's in Game Pass as well. I think it's fucking heat. So far, very unique. But I've been jumping around, man, between a lot of games, man. It's a lot of stuff here, a lot of stuff coming. Every time you look up, it's something dropping or something getting announced, man. So a lot to
Absolutely.
look forward to. What you been up to, Panda?
I have had I don't usually spend a lot of time working in the office. Like I do 3 days working from home, 2 days in the office. But I did a whole 5 days in the office, and if you know me, I have to get up like at 4:30 in the morning
Mm-hmm.
to commute into my office. So I get up at 4:30, and then I get home at like maybe 6:30, sometimes 7 o'clock at night. And so it's a long day, and 5 days of that has meant that I have not been gaming much this week, if at all. But when I did game, which was yesterday, my Saturday, for everyone who is aware that I live in the future, I was playing some Towerborn. I did get some Oblivion in. And I was actually playing Diablo 3. I love that game. And I still think the gameplay loop is definitely better and more addictive than Diablo 4 at this stage.
Yeah.
I think they're getting there. They're not quite there. My favorite class isn't in Diablo 4, so that's probably my biggest issue. But I also started on Deus Ex Human Revolution, the 360 game. So I've started playing that. I've
Love
never
Deus Ex.
actually played it. I started it, and then I don't know what happened. I just never finished it. So I've started a new game, and just I'm running through and doing that at the moment. And then I've got the second one, which is the Mankind Divided, to playing after that. I've heard everyone's told me it's not as good, but I'm like, that's okay. It's still the Deus Ex world, and I do love that world. So yeah, that's been me in a heartbeat. What about our chat? What has everyone else been playing this week? And
Y'all
if
ain't
you're
getting
watching,
this.
I do want to say I got two Elden Lords left in Elden Ring, and then
the
that'll be
Night Rain,
Night Ring. Yep.
how big's the game?
It's what is it, like 9 bosses, but it's different trophies and stuff if you want to get the plat and different things you
Oh,
can do within those missions and stuff. It's a good gameplay loop, and it's a really good like set foundation. I'm hoping they add on to it because when you think about all the bosses they got just from Elden Ring, Dark Souls, and even Sekiro, you can bring
they
some of
should
them
go to
bosses in,
Expedition
man.
33 and go, here's Simon. You should
Hey,
have
Hey,
Simon in your
this is
game.
really
Fuck
I
true.
think
Simon.
people are clamoring for something like really really challenging because all of the Night Lords like they've been challenging, but I just feel like me and the boys, man, especially my
You guys
dog
are
Gritty,
just too good, right?
yeah, we
Yeah.
too good, man. We knock it out.
So,
We be
which
running
one
shit
of
we
your
not
friends
supposed
are
to.
carrying you, Nero? No, I'm kidding.
Look, hey, it's a 50-50 split. Hey, it's the Clutch Splash
I know
Bros,
you're.
man. It's like Seth and Clay in their prime.
Who, Gritty?
Yeah,
I know Gritty getting smacked out there, man. Gritty ain't no gamer.
yeah. Gritty do be
Throwing
on his
shade
knees a lot in the
already.
games. I'm gonna be
Is he
honest.
Uh,
it?
no, he is not. Reese and Becca said Final Fantasy 14, a little bit of COD, but also Forza Motorsports. And then Reese alters, Miles Morales, Banishes, and the Division 2. I really want to play
Oh yeah,
Banishes.
Division 2. I've definitely been.
Yes,
It's getting my
yes,
I
sir.
love
curiosity right now.
Division 2. I
Miles Morales,
still
the best game up there you name, Reese. Good taste, man. Hey, banger,
I
masterpiece.
still think the Division 1 had a better story though.
Yeah,
Definitely think I enjoyed the story in Division 1 and replaying the missions in Division 1, but I loved some of the improvements that they made in Division 2.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why I wanted Division 3. I'm like, take what you learned from both 1 and 2 and make a fan-fucking-tastic game.
I love
Um,
Ubisoft, but oh god, they're
some
really
days
good
they
at
just
taking. Yeah.
they like to step on rakes.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
for
All
sure.
right. Okay. Well, everyone who is joining us, whether you're watching later or not, just hit that like button, put a comment in the chat, and if you enjoy the show, it is hashtag NextGenVillain. That
Yeah,
is what we're looking for in the chat today. Hashtag
that just brings
NextGenVillain.
a
Yep.
smile to my face, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it just got a nice ring to it, man. Because it's like when you say the truth, man. When you say the goddamn truth around here, you get labeled as a villain. You get labeled so many
Oh.
things. So it's like I'm starting to settle into that role as the bad guy, man. We got a good show going on. So,
Join the dark side.
yeah, man. No, definitely
We've
have.
got a Sith on the podcast.
I just need a cloak. I might put a
Yeah,
hoodie on next time.
100%. And then like the red lightsaber.
It'd be too hot for hoodies right now, man. But when it cool off, I'll put the.
Yeah, you can imagine.
I'll
Like,
lean
what
into
is
it
the
for
temp?
sure.
Because it's summer over there. It has been thunderstorms all week in New Zealand, and it has been cold I'm actually wearing an N7 onesie right now because I want to be warm. Yeah.
It's always just amazing. Every time I'm hot, you cold over there, and then when it's cold over here, it's hot over there. Like that's just fun.
Yeah.
What's good,
Always.
my boy Infinite Umber? Good to see you, man. Appreciate
What
you
up? What up?
swinging
What
by,
up? What up?
sir.
Good
I'm
to see
ready to.
you. Thank you for being here. And
What's good, Umbra?
I miss playing Among Us with you, Umbra. I
Can't
do.
trust somebody with that voice, man. I said it before. He's
Can't.
guilty every
But
time.
I know his tell.
Mm,
I know his and I know someone else's, and I can always tell when they're lying when we're playing that game. Um,
I always
all
get
right.
falsely accused in those type of games, man. And it'd be so sad
Not
because I'm
always
just
accused.
innocent, man.
With a name like #NextGenVillain, would you
I'm
get
the
Hey,
biggest
man.
accuser in
Sometimes,
those
yeah,
games.
and he be the biggest guilty one. It's the ones with the chocolate
Yep.
voices that be trying to lure you in that corner in them games and talk to you on some friendly shit. And they be making so much sense. They be like, "You're right. We do need to fix the alternator on the ship so we can get out of here. I should follow you down this hall. You're right." The next thing you know, man, you
You
out of
fix
there.
it, and the next minute you're like,
Yep.
I gotta
Yep.
go complete my tasks,
Yeah.
even though I'm dead.
Even in games where you got to work together like Phasmophobia, man. Don't bring up Reese, man. You know he broke my heart in there, man. Set
Yeah.
me up,
Definitely
backdoor me,
back
let it
door.
go. I was so immersed because first of all, it took forever for me to get on there, but I was immersed in the ghost hunting aspect. Like, you know what? Yeah, let me go in here with y'all. Let's figure it out. I'm reading about which spirits it is, and we nailed it down, man. We had everything right for me to go ahead and get that trophy. That's what the fuck I really wanted. Wanted to get rewarded for my hard work. Man, Reese lured me in the corner, and the ghost came, and did Reese survive? I think he did. He ran out the house before me, and I got caught and got my neck snapped.
Nah,
And I said, you know what?
he got done
You
for it too.
talking about this
Yeah,
type of shit and this type of gameplay, and the fact that our friends we can't always trust in these games,
you can't
other than
trust him,
the
man.
gaming podcast and the gaming community. Like some of these stories are just warm my soul. Just hearing how much fun people have, and just like
Love
what
it.
people get up to, and it just you don't get a lot of that outside of video games. So yeah, we're very
We
lucky.
definitely don't. Definitely don't. Speaking of video games, leading into
Reese
quick
is like, it was
news.
me or him.
Yeah, yo, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, why is it? Why it got to be me or you when we both working together against a ghost? Why can't it be us or him, the ghost? You know what
Well,
I'm
the
saying?
thing
That
is, like,
mindset is already messed up.
uh,
I would just want to add, I was already dead, so I had nothing to do with this.
Yeah, he was bad, man.
I
And
was
I think
already
I
dead.
witnessed
were you
him
with
got.
Reese when you died, though, Lurk? No, I'm kidding. Because there's the common denominator.
Might have been, man. Might have been.
Oh,
I definitely be
Good
back doing.
times.
Sometimes I just go ahead and die so I can leave, so I can watch them.
you're like, I want to go have something to eat. I'm just gonna die.
They're actually making a movie off of that game too. I don't know if we mentioned it last
Yep,
week.
Bloomhouse is doing it too.
Yep,
Oh,
Bloomhouse.
Bloomhouse. Oh,
Yo,
that'll be
I like
good.
Bloomhouse,
Yeah,
man. They make some
yeah,
really
that'll
good
be
little
really good.
indie games too, man.
Try
Fear the
hard.
Spotlight. If you see that, check it out.
Mhm.
It's a good little
Love
indie
you.
horror
Try
game.
hard. Thank you for being here. Greetings.
My
Thank
boy Try
you.
Hard. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Always
Well,
good to see my boy.
I mean, so many people are now on Xbox going to get to try Final Fantasy 16, and you
Yeah.
have been advocates
Mhm.
for that game. So,
And shout out to him because he's the reason I played that game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Lyric and them know when we first seen it, they showed the big ass like dragons and fights and shit before they even said it was Final Fantasy 16. I forgot we was watching that because we usually always watch the shows in like a Discord party or something. And I was like, damn, that shit look heat, man. And I was like, damn, that'd be one of the ones I check out, you know. And but then they ain't come to Xbox. I said, fuck them. And then when I got my PlayStation, Try Hard always, because Try Hard is a real gamer, and it's like you can have your console trolling, and I call it console trolling. A lot of these dudes console war, and that's different. I'm not fighting on behalf of these motherfucking corporations. Now I troll them, I troll them, and they die hard fans and shit. But as far as fighting the war on any front, man, that shit been over. But yeah, man, I seen his love for the game, man, and I checked it out, and I'm happy I did. Final Fantasy 16 is one of the highlights for me this gen. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it could do with some better optimization. It don't have a pro patch by now, but it do run some benefits just from being on the pro. But it's a heavy game. It's a taxing game, but it's a good game, man. It's really dope. I love the the big battles, man. I love the story. I fuck with Clive, man. I really do. I like him in Tekken when they added him to Tekken recently as well.
Is Clive? He voiced one of the characters in Expedition 33, Ben
Yeah,
Starr.
yeah,
Ben Starr, I think
Mhm.
it's the guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's very talented, man. Definitely a fan of him. And hot take,
Look,
I think it's better than Rebirth, man. Personally.
I've been holding this back, man. Try hard. I'm gonna have to go ahead and tell him, man. He was in that meeting, man. That's why it's on Xbox.
Yeah,
He was in
yeah.
that meeting, man.
Oh yeah, he's versatile. Yeah, he's versatile. That's
He's
why I'm like, yo,
versatile. Yeah,
he's
he's
somebody
versatile.
important. Yeah, he's versatile. Yep,
Big
yep,
verse up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Big versatile, man. Big Clive, man.
Yeah, but try
He's
hard is
definitely
the reason
talented.
why it's on Xbox right now, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Try
So,
hard, be behind the scenes doing what he can do, man. We need more tryhards out there, man.
Yeah.
But,
He was John Wicking people all the way up to the top until we got it on Xbox. Kneecapping.
they said
All right.
they was like, "What you want? What you want?" Final Fantasy. They said, "All right."
yeah, Becca said she bought it as soon as it came to Xbox. Let us see it, man. I hope everybody enjoy it, and I like to hear everybody like takes on it, all the Xbox homies, when it's
Yeah.
all said and done. But
Mhm.
speaking of games, man, Still Wakes the Deep Story DLC Sirens Rest announced to be out on June 18th for $12.99. Is it still in Game Pass? I'm not sure if it's still in Game Pass. If not, I might have to pick this up on the sale, man, because I love Still Wakes the
You
Deep.
did love Still Wakes the
It
Deep.
was a
Yeah, I
really good
remember.
little horror game, man. And this DLC being $12.99, I hope I can get like the complete edition or something on sale soon. I'll put it on my wish list, but I definitely will check out anything related to this, guys. Keep this on your radar. If you missed it in Game Pass, because a lot of good games rotate in and out of Game Pass, like Lies of P. I started it there, but by the time I was really, really fully ready to commit to it and move it up in my backlog, it was gone. Happily, I got it on sale, and it was worth it for the $30. So, Still Wakes the Deep. I know you don't really like horror, Panda. Did you play this, Lyric? Can't remember.
Still waits.
Yeah,
I think I might have like touched it a little bit, but I didn't really lock in and play.
yeah. It's something about that setting, man. Oil rig, and it's something just about the ocean,
Oh yeah,
man. The
yeah,
ocean is
yeah.
so
Nah,
violent.
it's coming to me now. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't finish. I didn't finish it, and it's not because I didn't like the game. Because we'd be having so much to play.
yeah.
We have
It's
so
just a
much
lot
to
of.
play, and that is like the story on repeat, like a broken record. If you're an Xbox gamer, you're like, I've got so much to play. My backlog has a backlog that has a backlog. Yeah.
I'm in a good spot right now.
Yeah, man.
Gaming is in a
It's,
fantastic spot right now. Yeah, that's the first half of this year has just been insane.
yeah.
What have we got next on the list?
Mario Kart was the number one best-selling game in Japan, selling 782,000 physical units at launch on the Switch 2. And we're gonna talk about the Switch 2 tonight. And let me just say, congratulations to Nintendo. Congratulations to Nintendo. I'm next gen villain. Fuck whoever don't like them, because I absolutely love to see what they are doing right now, keeping console gaming alive in a world where everybody want to just move towards PC and get rid of that traditional in-house console gaming, being able to play with your buddies and those games, those type of fuck that. Applaud them. Breaking records with the Switch 2. You absolutely love to see it. It's a lot of suckers out there. I'm not buying that Mario Kart unless I get it in a bundle for $50, and I think that's why it sold so much. Panda, the real Nintendo god over here. Panda. Hey, Panda been telling me about them Nintendo games and what to play when I do get a Switch, because I've been wanting a Switch for the longest, bro. But I knew what was in there spec
You
wise, and I
probably
like.
quite like Splatoon. Actually, it's a very fun multiplayer game.
Yeah, I be hearing things about it, man. I'm getting a Switch 2 this year. Like, that's gonna be probably the handheld I grab, man. It's a lot of, yeah, man. Look at Tryhard is speaking facts.
Oh, yep. Sorry, I
Nintendo is
knocked
the
it off. Grab
last.
it.
Oh no, you good. Nintendo is the last one standing for having true exclusives and being massively successful, and that's a fact. And they are an example of if you do it right and treat your beloved franchises the right way, and they do that, man. Their games and attachment rate is huge. So congratulations to Mario Kart World. It looks cool. Like I said, it's something I'll play if it come bundled. But if I just go buy a Switch 2, I'm not.
Oh, you need to buy it bundled, Nero, because it knocks like $50 off the price of the
Yeah,
game if you buy it bundled.
I'm not spending 80 on that shit.
Yeah,
To be
no,
honest.
no, I
Not at
agree.
all. So that's why I'm giving them they flowers, man. The fact that they can make something like that and everybody, the nostalgia. You feel me? I never been a Mario Kart type of person. I'm not gonna pretend like I am or ever was, but maybe I'll take a chance on it one day if it's even $10 marked
Hmm.
down, get to the price of every other game. I might give it a chance, but
I will eventually pick up a Switch too, just for the next installment of The Legend of Zelda,
mhm.
Yeah,
because I love that franchise. Um, absolutely to my core, and I will pick up Mario Kart World,
I want
and
anything
whatever else.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I
I,
really want
I'll
Donkey
say
Kong.
this.
Donkey Kong looks insane.
Yeah, I'm definitely want that as well. My thing is, I want to pick one up like soon. Like it's starting to get to that point because I missed out on a whole generation of Switch One games, and this is where Nintendo didn't really market well. As you can see, they didn't have to. Look at they are breaking records right now. We're going to talk about that. That's one of the main topics. But the Switch Two runs and it has boost mode as well, so it naturally improves all the Switch One library
Yeah,
for a lot of those games. So immediately, even me buying old games from the first Switch generation that I missed out, buying those for cheaper, trying to buy those on sale, or just buying them for whatever they are. I got a lot to catch up on, and it's gonna run good on the Switch. So, uh, yeah, man,
yeah.
Switch
Some
Two
of
is an
those games
interesting
though, you got
console
to
for me.
pay for your upgrades, which is kind of sad. That's what I'm
Yeah.
disappointed about because I really want to play Breath of the Wild at 60 with the higher fidelity.
Mm-hmm.
But you can either pay for the upgrade or buy the um, Switch 2 version of the game. And I was like,
You know how much the
give
upgrade
it to
is?
me free. If I buy the hardware, I want to take advantage, and that's my frustration there. But
You know how
I
much
mean,
the
upgraders
mm-hmm.
not expensive, not expensive.
Okay.
But I haven't looked into it enough to know because I've got a physical cartridge. And I
Mm-hmm.
didn't buy the digital version, so I don't know if I'm eligible to pay for an upgrade fee because
Yeah.
I bought. I might have to buy another physical cartridge or just buy
Mm-hmm.
it digitally. So I haven't looked in enough to it. I will when I go to purchase one, but that's probably not going to be till like next year. I don't think I'll be picking up a Switch 2 till next year.
Yeah, now I'm kind of falling in the vein like when the Switch dropped. I was like, man, I'm gonna wait for a Switch Two or I'm gonna wait for a Switch Pro and then the Switch. I don't. I want to see if they do a Switch Two OLED like that. Is
They probably will.
taking
They probably will. I think if anything goes by
probably a
what they did
couple years
last
out though, right?
time, yeah. I guess, yeah. I guess my only issue now is that there's already stick drift with the Joy Cons
Hmm.
already.
That ain't good to hear.
They didn't upgrade them, but they are doing what they did last time, which is free repairs for it to fix it because they know they have
That's a
an
good
issue.
thing.
Yeah.
Shout out
Oh,
Stu
okay.
Jersey, $10 with the original
Thank
Zelda
you. All right,
cartridge.
I'll
Get you the
definitely have to
upgrade.
do that then. Okay, perfect. That I will. I will have to
It
do
for
that.
me with the price, it would I like all these upgrades to be free 100%. But for me, it's a game by game basis. Like if it's something I really like, I really love, and it's given a plethora of stuff that I really like with something like Days Gone. I spent the 10 for that. But we got the rumored next gen patch for Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out. And I want that to be free, but shit, I'm hoping it's just $10. I'm hoping that's the most Rockstar
What
want.
are you
Like, hey
talking about?
man,
It's gonna
pay
be
10.
eighty
The
We
dollars.
talking
upgrade.
I'm
about we talking
kidding.
about Rockstar right here.
Yeah, man, that shit might be a
It'll be
full on
fucking
relaunch,
80.
man.
It's gonna be 40. It's gonna be a full
Yeah.
40.
It'll be 40.
The
Thirty
motherfuckers
nine
looking at
ninety
that
nine.
next
It'll
gen
be like
patch.
how Blizzard charges $40 for their DLC.
Yeah.
They
The motherfuckers
Rockstar
looking at
go.
that next gen Red Dead 2 patch lyric, and then they looking over at Outer Worlds 2. And then motherfuckers say, yo,
Why
slap
we
it for
gotta do
85,
anything?
man.
Like,
Right. Give
why
them
should we
60 and
settle?
charge them 60. Fuck it.
Rockstar the only
All
people
right.
that come up with an upgrade with a bundle. The upgrade got a bundle to it.
I say all
Yes.
that to say I'll pay for that upgrade though. So when the
Yeah.
price come out, I have to eat that and just
Thirty nine
do that
ninety
right
nine.
there.
You get a horse as well.
Yeah, they be doing little shit like that, man. You get a little horse. It kind of make you feel a little better when you riding on it. You getting up. You like, well, shit. I mean, I look a little different. Nobody
Yeah,
else
a
out
little
here on the
different.
west
I got the
side.
upgrade horse.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The
Well, it's
deluxe
like a
edition.
cheap upgrade when it's like $10. A lot of everyone's like got that horse too because they're like, I'll fork out
That's
for that
true.
$10.
That's true. But look, if it's a single player game though, fuck them. Because in my mind, I'm the only one in this world right
Yep.
here. So don't nobody
Yeah,
in
exactly.
this map right
100%.
now got this sombrero hat on their horse like I got. Like nobody got the poncho horse. I'm the only one.
100%.
Shout out to Red Dead, man.
Shout out to Stellar Blade though.
Yeah.
Going to PC, man. Set a new peak of, is it still 188,000 or has it gone up again?
That was the latest I seen today. So
They've set 188,000 concurrent players on Steam within 24 hours of launch. So those stellar cheeks, they're going places.
yeah, they are.
And the mods is
Yeah, the mods is doing things. Yeah.
You know there's going to be like a completely naked mod.
that's already that was in play before the game came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be surprised somebody was hacking PlayStations to try to get
Yeah.
Stella Yams naked and shit. But um that's more than double the previous high for a PlayStation single player game, first party or published. And the second highest is Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Uh
I'm,
all I got to say is this game is well deserved. Like, yeah, you got the simps and shit, right? That's looking at her body and look. I'm a straight man. I ain't gonna cap. I love looking at a little thick something on the screen while I'm playing. It's just me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna have to look at a character backside for goddamn 12 plus
It might as
20
well be a
hours
good
shit,
backside.
it might as well be a good backside to look at, man. Respectfully, in a non-pervertic way, like these weirdos, what they're doing with all the I seen a pregnant Eve on the timelines. I said, "What the fuck is they doing over there?" I said, "But
okay,
you know what? They supporting the
that's
devs. I'm gonna let them be."
someone's kink.
Yeah, somebody got some stuff going on over there, man. But that's
Someone
what the
needs to
PC
go
people
get
do.
some therapy.
That's what they do, man. That's what they do over there. I'm
Stella
just saying,
Blade
I
is
ain't
their
throwing them under the
therapy.
bus. Yeah, that is their therapy, man. That's how they get through the week. They have a rough day, come home and get the mod and Stella and talking to her. But y'all ever seen the Amazing Spider-Man? With who was that who played Electro? Was it Jamie Foxx?
yeah.
And he was in his room talking to the Spider-Man posters and stuff. That's how these guys be talking to Stellar Blade posters and shit on the wall.
They got
Man.
more time of her standing still than playing the game.
They're playing the game, man.
What is disappointing though, from what I've seen within the community, is just people that are upset that other people get to play this game. People that are upset that this game has gone to PC, and people who are going to be just as upset when it eventually makes its way over to Xbox, because you know it's going
Man,
to.
look, here,
I
let me let
just
that
like
billing side kick in, man.
grow
Look,
up.
if you mad, bro, you are fucking you're an idiot, bro. I don't like that. To me, that shit is like I can't. I first of all, I fuck them people. Like I really don't pay them no attention. I looked at this and I smiled and I was happy as fuck because, like I said, Stella Blade is more than just her body and what she looked like. That game is fire as fuck. I like the story. I like the universe. It's a lot of lore. I like reading the codex about the enemies in that game.
Yeah.
The combat was really good. It was really challenging. And just the music, the soundtrack was a highlight for me. Yeah, the jiggle physics was fire. The soundtrack for me was really heat. Going to a camp, putting that coin in, and hitting the radio station. I mean, the little music stereo joint. And just listen to the music, man. I replayed some of them songs. It was fire. I'm not gonna lie. That is a really good game. I'm happy to see it selling well, man. Anybody
Yeah.
who's saying that shit, man, probably didn't support the game until they seen it going elsewhere anyway. That's what a lot
Yeah.
of PlayStation people do when they see games leaving. They want to, but that's not the majority, man. That's the minority. The minority is the couple people that bought the game and for console war reasons and shit, bragging rights anyway. But the real gamers like myself, man, I'm happy as hell to see that game succeed.
Casuals don't care. Like,
100%.
yeah.
Real gamers don't care.
Yeah.
Real gamers happy as fuck to see that shit go. I'm happy as hell to see it to go.
From-
Whenever it do go to PlayStation, I hope we get another couple 100K copies sold and shit within the first day. It's a really good game.
And it makes no sense anyway for them to have that take anyway, because like it used to be the
1,000%.
same people. It's the same people that act like they so upset when studios get shut down and devs get laid off and stuff like that. Like this is the answer to it. More people playing their games. So like, if you want to see a more healthy, industry in itself, we got to see this.
And then I mean, like this is a win-win for
playing the game. Like
this is a win-win for everybody. Like it's if this is their strategy that they want to do, then it's like we just seen some news about what they want to do, and if this is what they want to continue to do, that's a win-win for everybody. You publish a game, you help publish it, you help fund it, you get it on your platform for a year or two, you market it, just try to sell a couple of your consoles if somebody want to go check it out. It worked for Silent Hill for me and Wukong, so it works for real gamers who want to play shit. And for the people that don't mind waiting, they're gonna wait, as you see. And when
Yeah.
it drops and it
It's a
do really
double
good,
dip.
so yeah, Stellar Blade 2 might be PlayStation 5 exclusive for the first year. The same way this was. What is that gonna do? Maybe the people that's loving the game right now, maybe they go pick up a PlayStation 5. Or maybe they won't. Maybe they wait. But either way, when it comes, it's a
Yeah.
double dip for everybody.
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation. If you don't want to wait, hey man, go to the games. 'Cause sometimes, or wait for the games to come to you. It's there's two options as a gamer, man. You let the games come to you, or you go to the games, man. Like I'd be an idiot if I wait for Nintendo games to come to me and I have a fucking Nintendo console in my house. Like I'm never gonna see a fucking Zelda or Mario Kart on my PlayStation or Xbox. That shit. I'm not. I go to
Like
Switch.
Souls games, right, Nero?
Yeah, they got one coming out on there too. I think that's the
Yeah.
next game coming from
Yep.
Star.
From software, I feel like.
Damn, man. Yeah, see, Panda just trying to get me to fall in that loop, but I'm
But
getting in there.
also, you've got to
Let's get it
remember
together.
that The Legend of Zelda inspired the first Souls game.
Mm.
They based it off the gameplay, like the bosses and that in The Legend of Zelda. Yeah.
I
So
didn't know
like,
that.
yeah, it's really cool. That's why
I
I'm
did not
like,
know that.
like when you go back and you look at the history, like we have so much to thank for where gaming is today because of Nintendo, and people forget that very
And that's why I
easily.
want to get them their flowers, man. You know, they got their
Mm.
flaws and shit, but goddamn, man, Nintendo. You know, first of all, shout out to Try Hard again. Them campsite songs, I'm telling you, Stellar Blade is really good. Like Panda, if you see it on sale, man, you can turn the difficulty down. You can play it as like an action game, or maybe
Okay,
if it come to Game Pass, Stellar
Stellar
Blade.
Blade.
Yeah, lyric, you too,
The
bro. The soundtrack in
hard.
this game is really good, yo.
I
Like,
don't think I'll need to turn the difficulty down. The hardest thing for me
mhm.
there is I just don't really particularly care for the character model.
Oh,
I
okay,
don't know.
I feel you.
I just don't. Like if I modded it, like if I get it on PC and mod it so it's a different character model, then I'd be
Mhm.
probably interested. I don't. It's the art style. Like I don't particularly like. What's that other one where she's running around in high heels the whole time? I can't think of what it is. Bayonetta. Not for
Mm.
me.
Yeah, that's
Um, and so it's just that side of things. But the game looks cool, so I'll probably give it a go. I'll probably pick it up on PC because that's where I'm going to be playing all my PlayStation
Mhm.
games. Technically, it's not even a PlayStation game anyway because it's actually a third party.
Yeah, play where you most comfortable at, man. Can't go wrong with that.
100%.
In the words of my homie Rizzy, man, do what you want.
And Becca
100%.
said, "Gamers want a game."
Yeah.
100% true. We do want a game, and FOMO is a big thing. FOMO is a massive thing. I've bought so many games because of FOMO. Oh, hi, kitty. Hi, kitty cat.
Oh shit. Yo, what's
What's it on the
good?
podcast?
Yeah, he in there. He in there. Yo,
you
that's
He's
done made
like,
a
Horn.
look at
guest.
his face. He's
You
like,
done made
what
a
are you guys
guest
talking about
appearance.
Stellar Blade for?
That's Horn.
That
Yeah, we was just talking
facial
about Stellar Blade.
expression.
You want to see her,
Gold.
Kitty? I'll bring her up on the phone if you come back in the camera next time. You like, hold up, now.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Love
What a
it.
great drop in for the show. All
Perfect.
right.
Now,
What?
I was just gonna say this too, real quick about Nintendo. Like Nintendo, they are egregious towards their customers, and it's like this might not mean nothing to somebody, Becca. It might not mean nothing to you, Reese. But me personally, you charging $80 for your games, you charging these $10 upgrades and shit like that. To be fair, Nintendo treat their fucking employees the best. They have not had a bunch of fucking layoffs all throughout this
Mm,
gen. They have not. They have been given raises. They have been given bonuses. The success they've gotten from the Switch 2 and their games, they've trickled that down to their employees. Now that might not mean nothing for nobody, but if you out here capping and cooning for $1 trillion company that's laying off thousands and thousands and thousands of people, but then still don't voiced a concern when they up their games. They $10 to go to 80. I don't want, and the same shit with Sony. With all the money they make and the success they got, they still lay off people. Who was it? Insomniac. They had layoffs, and what was it? 2022.
Studios 30%
Yeah,
was
ban layoff. We're gonna talk about that. So people was getting laid off despite these record profits and shit like that. But it's only one company of the big three that are not laying off the same employees that are bringing them that success. So
also look at you've got to look at the quality of
to
what
me,
they
that count for
deliver on the
some.
first party, and the quality of what they deliver
100%.
on their first party is so good. When you play it day one, there's very minimal issues that pop up, if
Mhm.
any, and the game's so polished when it releases that you're like, you know what you're picking up. These are one of the companies that I can go and buy a game day one and not be disappointed with
Yeah.
the level of polish that I'm getting. I'm not going to get this massive day one patch that it's going to, like you're not going to have to
Yeah.
be patching to fix everything. So their quality's will be good. All right, what is next on our list?
We got some reviews for Alters, man. 10 out of 10s from the Gamer, Windows Central, 5 out of 10. Games Radar 9s. It just got a lot of good scores, man. It's sitting at an 88 on Metacritic and an 84
That's
on
pretty
OpenCritic.
decent.
It's day one in Game Pass, and it's only $35. I think
Wow.
PS Plus took like a 10% discount off, so I got it for 31. They ended the Stars program like we talked about a few weeks ago. That really pissed me the fuck off. But I had $10 sitting there from the Stars program, so I said, well, I can get Alters as Pro Enhance, get it for $20. It was one of my more anticipated games when it first got revealed. But it's also on Game Pass, man. Definitely check this out. It is an extremely dope, unique experience. If you like base building, I was talking about it with Lyric earlier. He loved the Fallout shelters. Reese is loving it. Man, if you got Game Pass, man, what the hell are you doing? Download this game, check it out. It's an indie
Well,
studio,
it's a
smaller
play
team.
anywhere title, so if you pick it up on Xbox, you can play it on PC.
Yeah, so if you
That's a
got a
really good
PC and
deal.
an Xbox, go for it.
Yeah, it's a really good deal.
Go for it.
Damn. Oh, I'm happy to see that because I know when it first showed, looked really interesting. I don't really know how I feel about the base building side of things, but I'll probably go watch some gameplay on it and decide whether or not I'm gonna give it a go. But I've now got my Diablo 3 bug back. I'm saying I like it. I'm angry when I'm not because I love that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we've got Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers preview.
All right.
Fish in the refrigerator.
Okay.
One. And so, voiceless protagonist, dark, gritty, and unforgiving. It's got a branching skill tree. Felt more like a full-on horror. That's concerning me because I want to play this game, but now it sounds scary. Side quests with NPC checkpoints based on real historical locations. And you don't drop all your resources when you die. So I'm actually kind of curious. I'm going to watch some gameplay on this more and watch some people play it to decide whether I'm going to pick it up. Because once I heard it was felt like a full-on horror, I was like, yeah, maybe I might have to pass on that, which is kind of sad because I really want to play it. And I'm just too much of a wuss to get scared. I'm afraid of the dark, people. That's the reality I live in. And as an adult, still afraid of the dark. So you never know what's going to come out.
This game is very intriguing to me. Some of the stuff I wasn't expecting, like the voiceless protagonist, the dark and grittiness to it, the horror aspects. It's on my radar. It has been since it got announced. It's only $50 and it's in Game Pass. I think my Game Pass actually expired like a couple days before this go out, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna renew it. I might not renew it until Ninja Gaiden 4 and Outer Worlds 2, unless it's something that I want to play in between then. Because most of my multiplayer games, I've really just been playing Helldivers, and I'm getting mad in the college football on PlayStation. So, and I'm buying a lot of games in August and September, like Silent Hill 2. Um, what else? It's a lot of games. It's two Mafia 2. Not Silent Hill 2, but Mafia 2, Silent Hill F. I've definitely been looking on CD keys, man. I want
Yeah.
the 3 months for 30, but I guess in the US where I've been looking for the last couple of weeks and them shit's been sold out. But I said I'm gonna go month to month with it if I don't, because my thing is I'm working on my backlog and all the games that I got. And I've noticed over the last few months, pretty much this whole year, in both subscriptions, like yo, I've been playing and beating a lot of games I actually own. Like I'm not playing a whole bunch of Game Pass games or PlayStation
Yeah.
Plus games, even though it's a lot of games in there. I'm buying new games, and I'm not about to buy a bunch of games in August. Like even Gears, I've beaten Gears across 3 generations of Xbox. I beat it on 360, Xbox One, and Series X. I'm not about to play that shit again. I don't give a damn if it's a remake or remaster. I'm gonna get it on PlayStation because it's something different. It give me a reason to get something different. You feel what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
Dual Sense trophy. So I'm getting that over there. So it's like, and then it's rumors of a price hike. We'll talk about that later with PS Plus and Game Pass. And it's like, that's cool. But somebody like me, even if it go up to $25, I won't be there. I'll be there when it's something I want. But sometimes with certain games, I might start in Game Pass and I'll make a mental note to put it on my wish list because I'm gonna come back to later. Like when I first played Lies of P when it came to Game Pass day one, I loved it. I played it for a bit. Lyric, no, I gave it its flowers, but it kind of got put in the backlog because I had so much other shit at my fingertips at the moment.
Mhm.
So a lot of times I end up just buying the games I like in Game Pass down the road anyway. And I've been noticing like if it's one game, like for me, Space Marines 2 was a highlight this month. I mean, Space Marines 1 was a highlight for me in Game Pass. And then Alters is a highlight for me too. But I'm like, well, if Game Pass go up to $25, and then let's say it's something like Alters, and that's the one game that interests me. $25 for Game Pass if I know if I'm feeling like I got to rush to beat certain games, or just buy this game from this indie studio and support it. That's it's kind of I've been taking a different approach to it as gaming as a whole. Like even with these games going up to $80 and $70, I think what kind of ruined the outlook for gaming for me was definitely Claire Expedition,
Yeah, right.
the
Yeah.
Oblivion remake for 50, Split Fiction. Like these games, even when I spend 70 on a game, Assassin's Creed Shadows, I platinum that shit. I feel like I got my money's worth with that. And that shit was pushing technology far with that global illumination on base consoles and with the Pro. So I feel like that was worth my money. When you get past the people that's being a bitch, not wanting to play as a girl or play as a black samurai for whatever reason. Once you get past that shit, it's a really good game with its flaws. Like,
A game to turn back to too. So it's like,
yeah, you can return back to, and if you pre-ordered it like I did, you get the upcoming expansion for free. So I'm looking forward to that. And then what else? Monster Hunter Wilds. It's a lot of content in that. I don't feel bad for buying that. And then Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That's not even a $70 game. That's a $60, $59, $99 game. Like, so the games I've been getting the most value from this gen as a whole, if you take subscriptions out of it, it's really been a lot of indie games and just getting games on sale. And
well, the beauty of the spot we're in right now, anyway, is that
mhm.
there's so many options at the end of the day. And like you said, like
So
when it
many
comes to
options.
some of these smaller games that tend to be a lot better than a lot of these AAA games anyway,
Yep.
and they're having a smaller price tag, it ain't gonna hurt for you to go ahead and buy it and have it in your library
Yep.
because they end up being close to the
Because
price of the subscription services now anyway.
100%. And 100%.
So
And if and the subscriptions keep coming up, it will become a situation where it's like, depending on the game price, I'll buy it. Because I'm at the point where if your game is $50 or less day one and it intrigues me, the likelihood of me buying it and pre ordering it goes up through the roof. Like this Robocop standalone game is $30. It was on sale for 26 with the Game Pass and PS Plus discount. It's like, that for me personally, that's a no brainer when we have studios out here getting ready to charge you $80 and charging you 70 right now for some bullshit as well, man. So
mhm.
you just got to speak with your wallet, man. I just feel like most gamers don't have to be taken advantage of if we don't want to. A lot of
Sure.
people, you guys, myself included, sometimes I don't know if it's brand loyalty, just trying to counteract the other side of the aisle, trying to counter what they say. But a lot of times, especially console gamers, like we'll lay down and take a lot of bullshit and for just because, whether it's like, oh, I'm not gonna ask Xbox to improve this, that, and the third because I'm too busy focusing on shitting and calling out PlayStation people, building my whole channel around shitting on them instead of building my channel around how can I get my favorite brand to improve. You know what I'm saying? And then you got PlayStation people ignoring all the mishaps and bullshit going on with PlayStation because they just want to sit around and watch Xbox fail.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nintendo fans is eating good. That's why they don't complain about spending $10 extra on Mario Kart because they know what they getting. Nintendo fans, they know what they're getting. They're not gonna have to wait for a patch. They're not buying games day one, like you said, Panda, and waiting for the shit.
Mm.
They're not buying a game in August and waiting for it to be playable in December. They're not doing
I
that.
mean, you buy it day one because the price ain't changing from day one to year
To-
3.
To
Yeah,
year
Three years
one,
later, it's
that's
still
what
the
I'm gonna have
same
to get
fucking
used to,
price.
man. When
from
I get
day
to
one to year one to
I don't know
decade
if I'm
one,
ready
it
for
ain't
that.
changing.
Oh, yeah, but all the indies and stuff. So anything first party, the price is the price. Anything not first party, you will get discounts on basically, eventually. But yeah,
Because
that's
look,
what I don't.
I for the 3-4 months after I Starfield came out, bro, they got free game. I look at it like they got free money for me. Like you look at it, Lyric, we love Starfield. We bought it. It's like, yo, we spent weeks and weeks only playing Starfield.
Mhm.
And if you own Starfield, or even if you was just playing in a Game Pass, by the time them 3 months is up, if you still playing, you could have just in those 3 months you could have just bought the game and go month to month with Game Pass. That's just how I'm looking at it. And people can say I'm crazy, or they probably gonna call me pony bots or whatever the fuck they want to say for this opinion. First of all, stop pocket watching, stupid motherfuckers. And then second of all, if GTA 6 don't drop with multiplayer day one, what the fuck do I need any subscription for? I'm about to be living in fucking Vice City. I'm gonna be living in GTA. So at that point, Microsoft and PlayStation will just be taking money out my account if I'm not playing online games. If I'm like when Elder Scrolls 6 dropped, bro, that's a single player game. Those two games alone I can live in. You know what I'm saying? Silent like come August, I'm playing shit like Mafia 2. It's some big games in fucking August. I keep forgetting, yo. I can only think of Gears and Mafia, but there's some other games in there. Oh, Lost Soul Aside. I already had pre-ordered that before it got delayed out of May. I got it before a couple weeks before it was supposed to come out, and then it got announced to delayed. They offered me a refund, but I was like, nah, that'll just be something I don't got it, in August. So man, and I just feel like I got more of a drive to see and do more in games when I own them. Like me personally, when I beat Indiana Jones, I reviewed it, I moved forward. Like I feel like once I own Indiana Jones, I might be more pushed to go do everything that's in there.
I'm curious about what the DLC is going to be for that because we didn't get
That's
much.
coming in September.
Yeah, so I'm really curious
It's
because I
crazy.
finished that game, so I'm gonna have to reinstall it and then take a look at it. But what's next on this?
A lot of
Resident
good
Evil, I
topics.
think.
Resident Evil, man, preview. We're not gonna go through all of this, but guys, it was so much announced. Um, Even after the Xbox showcase, like so after all the showcases, all the games got like previews and deeper details. So I'm not gonna go through like all of the stuff because it's a lot. But I love Resident Evil. I love Capcom. My favorite devs. I think they've been holding it down the most this generation. But some of
Yeah.
the preview details is you can change between first and third person at any time. Um, the theme is fear, so it's going back to the just dark horror vibes of something like a Resident Evil 7, which arguably saved the franchise. Biohazard, love that fucking game. It's just a return to survival horror, man. People said the demo feels great and it feels like RE7 in first person mode. People said it was extremely polished. It runs good. Capcom is recommending people play in first person mode for greater immersion. But the fact that you can switch on the fly is awesome, and it's
I love
just
that about
extremely
games.
impressive graphically and sound wise. I'm excited, man. As soon as the pre order go up, I'm gonna go ahead and get that. Yo, 2026 is looking like another spectacular year for gaming. Uh, I'm super excited for that.
I don't
I
blame
know
you. I
you
don't blame
probably
you.
don't care because the horror aspects, but
I won't play it. You know I won't. But I appreciate
he
that.
will watch the review,
Yeah, I
so
will.
that means something.
I appreciate what Capcom does, and I appreciate the world that is Resident Evil. I have a lot of appreciation for it.
Mhm.
But yeah, not my cup of tea. But yeah, I'll watch out for the review, and you can tell me about the story beats later.
100%, man.
I'm really
So
excited by this. I really want to play this game. at some point.
Yeah.
But it's like finding time because I haven't had time this week. Splitgate 3
No,
hits
Splitgate 2.
3. Oh,
That's
sorry.
my bad.
Splitgate 2, it's the 3 million. I think that's it.
Yeah, that
Splitgate
threw me
2
off.
hits 3 million players.
Hmm.
Well done to them, considering the success of their first game, and now they've got their second game, including the Battle Royale mode in there. Kudos to them. I know they've had a bit of a turbulent start because of their microtransactions being quite egregious, and I still got work to do in that space. But you love Splitgate, Nero. So, what are your thoughts on them hitting 3 million players?
As soon as I seen this, fix my headset. As soon as I seen this news, I said, "Fuck Call of Duty," and I said, good, and I said, "Good." I said, "Good
Call
for
of
them."
Duty.
I said, "Good for them." As soon as I seen this news, Splitgate 2 hit 3 million players. I said, "You know what? Fuck COD. This is
Oh,
good. I need every other shooter coming out that's trying to be different to hit those numbers as well." But all jokes aside, man, I love to see it, man. I thought it was very dope to see. Congratulations to them and the whole team. Splitgate 2 is a very dope, fun game, man. You give it some time. Like I said, it feels like a true next gen shooter, and arguably it is a true next gen shooter when you got fucking Black Ops 7 dropping on last gen consoles. Like I can't get excited for that shit personally. So shout out to Splitgate too, man. I love to see that. 100%.
oh, Failgate.
Yeah, according to Reese, where you at, Reese? I bet MK1 don't got 3
What they
million
announced?
players
How many?
right
How
now.
many players they announced again?
3 million.
It's not. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think they.
Not bad at all.
If they stick to it, I hope it has a better fate than the first one, because the first one was kind of
Look, the first one they had competition with Halo. They don't got no competition right now. That's why they thriving.
rainbow.
Man, look, man. The way them
Cheese
two
Jacks.
games feel drastically different, there's room for both of them in your world. Like
That's true.
if
Rainbow
Halo,
don't get
if,
Rainbow don't get in the way of no other shooter
if
anymore.
Halo was thriving right now, nobody would give a fuck about Splitgate 2. And I say
How
that
many,
with
how
all
many of these
due
topics
respect.
we got, man? Damn.
Oh damn, man! It's just it was a lot of news. We're gonna
It's a
go
lot.
quick to
It's a
get to
lot.
the,
Let's
but
let's
it's
pump
not a lot
through
of
some
main
of them.
topics though.
I know. Let's pump through some of them. Little Nightmares announced like their enhanced edition, 4K 60 FPS with quality and performance modes, improved visuals, including ray trace reflections, water effects, more particles, and volumetrical lighting. And so, looking like it's likely a free upgrade. Yeah, and it's using the same PSN listing of the original, which Wario64, if you follow them on Twitter, it's sitting up there. Awesome.
That gave me a reason to replay it on PlayStation. I got the full completions for both games on Xbox. This is dope because the first one is not aging the best graphic wise. Second one looks amazing, but first one definitely needed some a little bit of tender love and care. So it's good to see them getting that for sure.
It is. Again, a game I will never play.
Oh
Looks
man,
fucking creepy.
I love the Little
Sadly.
Nightmares. I was hoping to see something about Little Nightmares 3 at all the summer
yeah, I love
shows, but
Little Nightmares as well.
I think that's
I haven't heard nothing.
it's going to be at the Keeley's end of the year. And I'm kidding. I have no idea where it's going to be. But if it ends up there, you heard it here first. I'm kidding.
Right.
Insider alert.
Insider alert. Just stabbing, just basic guessing the whole time.
Shout out to Little Nightmares though, man. Now
Hashtag
this
Insider Panda.
wanted to touch on this. Phil Spencer says Gears of War E-Day is coming 2026 as long as with Forza and a quote return to classic that has been with us since the beginning. I immediately took that as he's talking about Halo. What the fuck else could he be talking about? I hope all of that shit come next year. I hope it
where
all come next year.
Let's think
First
about all the
game.
games that came out on the original Xbox that he could possibly be thinking about though. Or
Fable.
I think he named Fable specifically, didn't he?
He did. There'll
Yeah,
be
he did.
something from Halo. I think you're going to
'Cause
see the
he's-
Combat Evolved edition that's going to go to the remastered or remake version, which is going to go to PlayStation as well. It's
has to
looking
be
this
Halo
year.
because I can't
Yeah,
think of nothing else.
that's what I'm thinking. I can't think of nothing else, man. It got to be
It's been
Halo.
with them from the beginning.
I'm hoping it's Halo, but I did a little bit of villainy things and whatnot, and I thought to myself like, damn, this is a good example of people not looking in the mirror. I've been even me, when I was at the height of my constant one, where's
Ooh,
Wolverine?
Blinks
Where's
would be nice.
Wolverine? Yeah,
Yeah,
Blinks would be
Blink
nice.
would be
Maybe
nice.
Banjo. I don't know if he was there since the beginning. I don't
That
know
could
when
be
he
what
came.
Rare's working on as another banjo. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope 2026 is a heavy hitter year for those because I was something told me like during the showcase, and we're gonna talk about it more, but it was a lot of games I was hoping to get updates on. And it made me go type in those same games with real dates. And it's a lot of games that was revealed 4, 5, even up to 7 years ago that we still don't have updates on. You go look up Perfect Dark reveal trailer, that's 5 years old. You go look at
Contraband.
Contraband, that's 4 years old. And remind you, Wolverine trailer reveal is 3 years old. So when you on Xbox dick riding and you trolling them, where's Wolverine? Where's Wolverine? Where's Wolverine? Our games is creeping up on 4, 5, 6 years old. Elder Scrolls 6
I'm,
God,
I'm
is a
pushing. I'm,
7 year
I'm
old
pushing
trailer.
back on that.
Xbox's 25th anniversary next year. And I
I'm
think
hoping all
that's
four
what
hit.
they're holding shit back. I
I'm
think
man,
that's
look,
what they're doing.
all them games I just named, I don't give a fuck about because
Y'all
next year
think they
if
moved
I get
Fable
Gears,
for that
Fable,
reason?
Halo, and
Yes.
Forza, possibly if they
think they-
did, why though, bro? What the fuck? We paid
But
for
think about it.
Game Pass.
But listen,
We
Fable
get
is a
what if
big
all four of them
franchise.
that's
come out in
ignorant.
the
That's
same
that's
Yeah,
year?
ignorant,
if they
bro.
do their 4 original tentpole, Gears,
How did that
Halo,
help us
Forza,
though?
and
How did that help
Fable.
us?
We're
If
gonna
we
play
got
them.
if we got told no, because if we got told Fable was coming this year, but they decided to move it because this would look really good for the 25th anniversary. That's a
But
fuck
do you
you
know
to
what? Do you know
us.
what that helps us? Because the game is more polished when it releases.
No, but that's not
Yeah,
what y'all said
yeah,
though. If
yep.
that's why they doing it, then I'm okay with that. But that's
It
not
might be a little bit of both. It's like, you know what, give them a little more time and it
They
makes sense.
might even put
for the
something in there
timeline.
specifically to celebrate Xbox 25 years.
they need to
And
stick the blame and polish for moving these games back because that shit they said about a busy launch window.
I'm
Don't
saying,
ever
like,
do that shit
they
again.
pushed it back, but I'm saying like the bonus of them pushing it back for the celebration of 25
Works
years
out.
is
Works out.
it works out in our favor as more polish ends up on it. Not saying that that's the reason they delayed it. I'm saying like 25
Hey,
years
man,
is
that
probably
shit.
the reason.
This Playground Games, man. I trust them, man. The way they pump out Forzas, the motherfuckers. This shit. I didn't think about it until y'all said that. They did this just for the 25 years. That motherfucking game ain't need no more time. That shit should have came this year, and that should have been the $80 game, not no motherfucking Outer Worlds 2. And I'm standing on that shit. That's
Yeah.
what the fuck they should have dropped this year. That should have been a heavy hitter. So if they move that back just to look cute next year, because it ain't no guarantee all the
also
shit
not
is
to
gonna
step
come
on
next
each
year
other's
either.
toes. They could. They got so much stuff at this
Look,
point.
if they ain't
Like,
care about stepping on goddamn Expedition
all right,
Toes with
okay, let
Oblivion
me ask you.
remake, hey,
But see,
even though
Hey,
that
but
ain't them,
fucking
it helped
Expedition
them though.
33 stood on its own, by the way.
Yeah,
it
it
did.
helped
It
them
stood
at
the
the end of
fuck
the day.
up. Shout out to them.
I think it helped at the end of the day because like
I
people
feel like how can you step?
the conversation of they dropped Oblivion during the
Mhm.
it brought even
Yeah,
more
it
eyes.
did make people go
To
support
More
it for
attention.
sure.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
It did.
100% did.
My thing is with the stepping on toes and busy lunch window shit. Like, why should that matter if your whole goal is monthly active users and just people being active on your fucking platform? The more shit you throw at people, the more they're gonna be there, and the more you're not gonna be able to beat Fable and all this shit if you let it drop when it's supposed to drop. People gonna stay sub.
So let me ask you a
Like,
question. Fable comes out, Outer Worlds
Mhm.
2 come out. Which one you playing?
Fucking Fable.
That's
Both.
fine.
I'm paying for both of them in my
If you had
subscription. And I
a
got.
choice to only pick one of them to play, which one you playing?
Yeah, but they play in the long game, right?
picking
If they
Fable.
keep pushing stuff out and giving you a regular
That might be a
cadence,
good point. A reason
regular-
why, because everyone's picking Fable.
yeah.
I mean,
Since
Fable
it-
just look
since
like it's the
everybody's-
better.
since everybody's making
The
appearances.
and I fuck with the Outer Worlds heavily. Like I love the Outer Worlds. That's why I'm pissed off about the price going up because I feel like that's just gonna bring negative attention on them. That's bringing attention to them for all the wrong reasons. Because as much as I love Outer Worlds 1, I can't remember what the price of that game was. I know I got it on sale.
I got
But-
it through Game Pass.
Yeah, shout out Game Pass, but Outer Worlds 1, as much as I love it, that game should have been a $50 game max. I'm
100%,
sorry.
100%.
Clear Expedition, the rest of these games, even from what I watched every piece of Outer Worlds 2 gameplay breakdown, footage, and deep dives. Sorry, not sorry. That shit is not no motherfucking $80 game. Ain't nowhere in that bitch do I look and say, yo, now they made a big jump from Outer Worlds 1. This is coming from somebody who loved the Outer Worlds 1. So
I love
Fable
that too.
Fable should have been the one this year because Black Ops 7 don't do shit for me, especially with it being last gen. It's gonna
No,
have the same
I want
problems that
them
6
to
have.
celebrate the almost 25 years I've been an Xbox fan. And part of that is the first game. And the reason why I am an Xbox fan is Fable. And I think it goes hand in hand with
They should have let
celebrating
you
the people
celebrate
who have
that shit
been there
this year,
from
Panda.
day
They
one.
not giving me the game that made me hop on Xbox way back then because I
They're
want
not?
Jade Empire.
Jade Empire. It's in Game Pass, though, right? Maybe.
That's one of those games that don't really, you know.
Hey,
Now
you don't know. You don't know what Rare's working on.
it don't translate well right now.
Look,
Yeah,
man.
no, it
All I'm
doesn't. It
saying is
doesn't translate well.
let that shit flow, man. Because it seems like
I,
every year shit that we like. I'm not, and this the thing because people like to excuse when I critique shit getting pushed back. Well, they've still been giving shit. Yeah, I'm not discrediting that, but they not giving me
it's
the
nice
shit
to
that
give
I'm
you what you
paying.
want when you're
What the
promised
fuck I
it,
want? I wanted Avowed was promised last year. You pushed it back for a busy month window.
100%.
I was promised for a fate because this is why I'm letting Game Pass expire. I don't give a fuck who disagree. When I buy Game Pass, I buy the shit in bulks. So I buy months in advance. So when I seen Avowed coming at the end of last year, I bought it months in advance to cover Avowed just for the shit to get pushed back. When I seen Fable was coming this year, I bought it months in. Fable should have been here right now by now, or at least this year, under my Game Pass subscription that I pre-bought. So that's why I'm not pre-buying the subscription no more. I go month to month when the shit actually get here
That's
that
the
I want
right
to play.
thing to do. That's the right thing to do. If that
Nothing
isn't
wrong with
working
that.
for
But
you,
what I'm saying is I wouldn't have to do that if they stick to their fucking roadmap and deliver the shit.
That's
Every
why they
single
but
bit
the
why they
reality
increasing the
is,
continues to
the
get pushed
reality
back.
is,
That's why they
every
increasing the prices so
fucking
you can go month to month.
developer has the same issue where you might say this is the day we want to deliver it, but reality is we just seeing
But that's my whole
delays,
beef. Stop
delays,
announcing that shit,
delays.
bro.
And
Like
it's not, it's just
your
an
announcement
industry
trailer.
problem.
Yeah,
It's
it is an industry problem. And
I
but
think
stop
they're trying to
announcing
do
your
better.
shit. If your announcement trailer for your game is creeping up on fucking 5, 4, 6 years old, and you don't have not one full gameplay video you can search,
Are
like
you look,
we don't have pure gameplay for a lot of these games. That's years. I'm gonna be 30 by the
but are
time some of
you
this shit.
are
I think
you
they learn
Not
looking
from it.
even
at
That's
gonna
why
be here by the time some
Are
of this
you
shit.
looking
Yeah.
at the what Phil's talking his conversation, I think Luke's going to bring up that as well, was like we're not going to show things out unless it's 12, 18 months out. Like we're not going to show it too far in advance. And they did initially to kind of build up the hype for some of these games, but now you're seeing them pull back on some of the announcements and they're literally only doing like 6 to 12 to 18 months out, nothing more than that at the moment.
that's why
Within the
some
last
people that's why I think some people was like somewhat disappointed in the showcase because they're not showing some of these games that we want to see, but they know not coming out right this moment. So it's like you got to take that. I guess we got to take that hit in that sense. You know what I'm saying? You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. In a sense, because you want to see these big games. You want to know they're coming, but you don't want to know them 3-4 years before I get to put them in my hands. So like,
And then if you
we're
do announce
impatient.
it 3,
Gamers
4
are
years,
impatient.
yeah,
I mean, if you do
we are
announce shit
we are
that
some of the most impatient
I don't
player.
think
I mean, fans
it's
and
crazy to
consumers
give little
there.
updates along the way. Like, goddamn, like
Well, I think
I'm not saying for every game, but some of these games are so like when
some
I was
games get
disgusted when I
updates.
started
Other
looking at
games
some of
it's too
these.
much.
Like bro, I literally came and this time last year I was roasting the fuck out of Wolverine, and that trailer is only 3 years old, bro. I got trailers for games I've been excited for from 3, 4 Xbox, 2 Xbox showcases ago that are now
Yeah, but
creeping up on 5, 6
that's
years
not
old.
anything out
Like
of the norm. We
But you
remember
got
what
so many
I'm
games.
not
when
saying that.
You had so many
I'm just
games
point.
in
I'm just
between.
point. But I'm
Metroid
saying,
4
They gave you
that's I'm
Redfall.
not.
they gave you Redfall.
Yo, lyric funny as fuck. Like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, fuck it. Next gen villain. If I'm gonna come on here and call out Wolverine for being 3 years old and not having nothing, even though they
No,
had
I
leaks
think
and
you're
shit,
100%
I'm
correct.
gonna come
I'm
on here
waiting
and call out
to
Perfect Dark for being 5 years old.
I'm
Elder
waiting to
Oh, yeah,
hear
Scrolls
about
absolutely.
Contraband.
6 being 7 years old.
I'm upset
Contraband
with
trailer is
Perfect Dark
4
not being
years
at the
old now.
showcase.
State of
Go
Decay
look up.
3.
State of Decay 3 trailer, 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah,
All these trailers is 5+ years old. Motherfucker, this generation gonna be over by the time our roadmap we've been
but
bragging
we've
about
got
all
we've
gen
got
get here.
we've
Like,
got
that's not okay
Gamescom.
with nobody.
We've got Keeley's, we've got the developer showcase at the beginning of next year. We have a regular cadence of showcases, and they'll announce a little bit more each time it gets closer and closer. So I think
that's the double-edged sword when it comes to the two-edged sword when it comes to Xbox anyway, is that they're so like community forward with trying to tell us what's going on, trying to give us insight to what's going on, that it's a detriment to a point, because the more information you have, the more critique you're going to get. So that it's a wild situation, because on the other side, when you look at like PlayStation or even Nintendo, like they're not talking to you about anything that's going on, not regularly.
not regularly.
You're just gonna get it when it comes.
But
so,
I am heading back to what we're actually talking about, because we've gone off on a tangent.
as usual,
about the Outer Worlds 2 at $80 price point. I am not going to advocate or talk that I agree $80 prices for games are okay. I think though that Xbox looked at this and said, if we're going to make any of these games play anywhere, we're going to have to push the price up, so that we can help cover the cost, because there won't be people double dipping if they choose to go down that play anywhere option. And if you don't double dip, technically you might end up saving money in the long run. And I think that's why we're seeing the price go up for Xbox, is that play anywhere, and they have to be able to charge that and entice developers to do the play anywhere, and they have to be doing that.
And that costs money.
It costs money, and they
play
need
anywhere. It costs money.
Costs money, which is why I think we're getting these $80 price points. I don't agree with it. I think $80 is a shit thing, but I think that's probably their justification or their reasoning behind it, is that play anywhere side of things. And they're looking at it and going, well, you could technically save money if you buy this one game once instead of buying it twice on multiple platforms, or 3 times for people who triple dip on games. I think the industry and the economy and everything like that, it just doesn't warrant $80 price point. It's a really hard sell for anyone right now. Gaming is a luxury, and it's becoming an obtainable luxury at this point for certain people.
If it's to play anywhere, I hate that shit, and I think that shit's stupid. If that's the reason for your price increase, because
I think that's probably
at the end of the day, not everybody play multiple places. Like, everybody isn't us. What about the Xbox people who only, like, you're fucking over your people that only, if you only play on the Xbox console and you don't got PC handhelds or you don't play on PlayStation, what the fuck do play anywhere do for you? If you don't want to play on your phone, if you're only a console centric play, I guess, but that don't justify the $10 price hike.
Tomorrow?
That shit.
No.
What happens when Xbox dies and you go to PC?
There's no way of justifying the upping in price, man.
Because my thing is, like I said it a couple episodes ago, and I'll say it again. Like, it's only 2-3 games from PlayStation and Xbox this gen that I can honestly say I would have paid $70 for, and that's Starfield, Indiana Jones, and the Forza games. Like, outside of that, bro, these games is not. Hey, what?
I wouldn't
look, Game Pass.
Maybe because I
think Game Pass has made me really mindful of whether or not I think a game is worth my hard-earned money. I look at a game and I'm like, unless you blow my socks off, I ain't buying you for shit. And that's a sad situation I'm living in. But I'm like, so many games are just mediocre, middle of the field, just not worth spending your money on around that. And it sounds horrible, but you play a game, you're like, I want my time back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, barely putting out
the money on it.
Barely putting out any first party game that's worth $70 in my eyes, and then going to up your prices to $80 is diabolical to me. Like I said, if you're gonna up your price to $80s, like that shit to me gotta make sense. Like, Mario Kart, the latest one, is a generational leap over the prior one, because it's literally on a new fucking generation. So that shit makes sense. What the fuck is Outer Worlds 2 doing over 1 to justify that price increase? Like, to me, it would have made sense. If Fable would have came this year and Fable would have been $80, it would make more sense. It just seems like a more higher budget, more. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not trying to downplay Outer Worlds 2. I love them. I fuck with them. Like I love it. I fuck with them. I bought it twice, 2 different platforms. I have 3 times actually because I bought the next.
You could have had it once
Beaver
on
list.
Play Anywhere.
Nah, but see, even then, like that shit don't make sense to me because if you the Play Anywhere shit, like you can buy games on sale twice places. Like
So
you can
look,
buy
so look,
something on
look.
sale for 20 here and
Yeah.
something on sale for
I'm gonna give
Steam
you a
for
Like,
15.
scenario.
later,
And
buy
that
it on
should still be
discount.
cheaper than 80.
I'm gonna give you a scenario though, right?
$80
Play,
isn't an issue.
Yeah, hold up. That's a lie. That's the fuck it is because the subscription gonna go up. If you think they're gonna charge $80 for a game and leave Game Pass at $20, come back to this podcast in a couple weeks and let's see.
That $20 price point is passive, and for those who aren't playing games off this, they're just getting passive income. It
yeah,
works
but
out. It
they
does
got
work
different tiers at the end of the day. So you don't have to jump.
Right, go, Lyric.
Right?
But we both know it's only one tier that matter. If you game, it's only one tier that matter, and that's
For
You know
us.
what tiers matter? Our tears, the crying that gamers do.
I look at it like this, right? To Play Anywhere, it's future proof in the sense of like, what if 5 years down the line you decide you want to go into a piece, get in a PC? Your game now comes with you. What if 5, 7, 10 years down the line somehow PlayStation, Xbox have a deal, and now you can play your game. You can have that game carries on into even the PlayStation.
Charge me then when that shit matter. Like when 10 years from now it'll matter then.
They
Right
have
now
to
that
have
shit
a
don't matter
business
to me.
case to prove that it.
Oh no,
works.
I'm not talking about the
I
80.
feel like
I'm just talking
that.
about Play
This
Anywhere
is that
structure.
business
Yeah,
case.
because if you play anywhere, fuck it, lean into it. Let me buy a game on Xbox, sign into
They've
my
also gotta
Xbox,
change
my
our mentality.
Microsoft account on PlayStation. Let my Xbox library.
I'm pretty
count
sure
on PlayStation
Xbox
as well.
would have liked that,
Hey,
but
Yeah. I also agree, Reese. Outer Worlds 2, the first game, didn't actually have proper boss battles, and we know that we're meant to be getting them in this one. And so there was a lot of things that they couldn't put in the first game that they are meant to be putting into the second game. I just really hope that it lives up. I mean, it showed really well on the showcase. It looks really interesting, and I'm really excited to play it through Game Pass. It's the reality, because I also don't think it's worth $80. Because Game Pass has made me into that person where I'm like, you have to be fantastic.
And that's perfectly fine because I feel like the ball is in our court as gamers right now.
Yeah, I'm going to put my money where I want to put it.
Exactly. It ain't
That's
like
why I
before
said
when
I'm
you
going
had
the route I'm going.
It ain't like before when you had the hope that the game was good that you picked up. You know what I'm saying? Back in the blockbuster days and stuff, where you just looking at the back of cases and hoping that that game that looks like it's good is actually good when you play. Now with so much information and stuff out there now that it makes it easier for us to determine whether we want to play a game. And these developers and studios got to prove it. At the end of the day, they got to prove it. There's so many games.
Quickly,
but not to go stop us from going to the next topic.
No, you're good. You're good. Final Fantasy 16 now on Xbox. Xbox is actually the only console you can play the entire mainline Final Fantasy series on, apart from 1 or 2 games, right? And I feel like that was it. Apart from, what is it, Final Fantasy 11 online?
Yeah, I think it's one game that you can't play over there. I think it's just one.
Insane. That's insane. I'm not a Final Fantasy person. They're just not really my cup of tea.
7 through 10, and then I was pretty much done after that. It started getting kind of
fair enough. But are you going to play Tactics, Lyric?
Oh no, that's my favorite one.
There you go.
Like 7 is up there because it's just the nostalgia factor, and this is the first game that made me have feels. Was Final Fantasy 7, but Tactics is definitely like story wise, gameplay wise. That's my favorite Final Fantasy. So yeah, I'm in there, big time for that remake.
Nero, I know you loved Final Fantasy 16. I think that's an insane take that like Xbox, who never had Final Fantasy, has now got like every.
How the turntables have.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is good. This is lovely to see, man. Everybody now got access to everything. I guess it was worth the wait for those who waited. I don't really care about any other ones. I care about 7, and I care about 16. I bought Final Fantasy 6 Pixel remake, but I check them out when they come at my fingertips. I'm not really like running to search for them unless a new mainline one is coming out. Like whatever is coming after 16 and Rebirth, I'm excited for. The prior ones, that's why I never really care too much because Final Fantasy's always been all over Xbox. Like I've always seen them in the stores, always been on sales. It's just these new couple last ones.
Yeah.
So I mean, I game by game for me, man. I mean, if they intrigue me, I definitely check it out. Like too many people I respect vouch for Final Fantasy 7, and then
Mm.
my homie Tryhard and my eyes vouch for Final Fantasy 16. So
Oh yeah.
those are what I care about. It's good to see them all on Xbox though. So
It is good to see them on Xbox. It is good to see that Xbox is getting so many games that was purposely kept off them for so many years. And it's just nice to see that there's lots less game ammunition that can be used when people want a console war, because there's a lot more games available on the platform. Now, I'm surprised by this next one. Techland is treating Dying Light 3, The Beast, as Techland is treating Dying Light 3. Dying Light, The Beast is Dying Light 3. Man, I can't even read today, apparently. I'm just surprised by that. Is this... Have either of you played Dying Light 1 or Dying Light 2?
yeah, man, Dying Light is fucking awesome. I'm excited for this. It's another August game. That's what I was thinking about too when I was thinking about big games coming in August. This is a $659.99, so it's not 70, it's not 80. Shout out to Techland. Dying Light 2, we was there day one, me and Lyric, I believe, and that game has came so damn far. Dying Light 2 is a great game. One is a great game. Dying Light 2, Techland, they work on their games and they grow over time. This game came a very long way. I was playing it via PS Plus like a couple days ago. Was having a good time with it. I'm
So is
definitely
the
looking
Beast
forward to this.
DLC, or is it a completely
It's
standalone
complete
game?
it's a completely standalone game.
And they're treating it as Dying Light 3, so
Yeah, it just don't
Techland,
got the three number.
y'all being lazy. Cut it out. Cut it out.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Cut it out.
I mean, I guess they're waiting to see if this one does well enough. Then they'll just
And
change
I
it from
love
the Beast to
Techland.
3.
Like, I love Techland because I think they're one of the better studios when it comes to like ongoing support of their games.
Mhm.
Their games never end the way they started. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it continuously gets better. But treating this as 3 is okay, I guess. I feel like it's more DLC. It's
More like
It's
2.5,
Miles
right?
Morales right now. It's Miles Morales.
It's more like a
Mm.
2.5.
Mhm.
Kind of like how I feel like you had Assassin's Creed 2, then you had Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, and then eventually you got like Assassin's Creed 3. So I feel like it's probably a bit like Brotherhood or Revelations.
I think they're
Well,
saying that because I think they're not in a hurry to make another.
what sold me on this
So it
is
gives them a reason.
I watched a couple of the dev interviews and just the route that they taken from this is like the complete opposite of what they did with 2.
Mhm.
Especially at the start, like even as far as down to the story. Like this story, they bring it back from 1, the first game. So if you love Dying Light 1, you get to play that protagonist again. But this is more story focused and driven, and I wasn't the biggest fan of the story of Dying Light 2. I'm gonna be honest. I'm playing it a second time because I'm gonna side with the opposite faction I sided with on Xbox when I played it, and I'm gonna see if it's any different. But I wasn't a fan of the surrounding cast or anything like that. And as much as I love the setting, it didn't really like. It's a great game all around when everything together, but not just one thing really stood out
Yeah.
to me. But from the previews, it's a couple like one specific things that show or do that stood out to me that made me say, "Oh yeah, I want to definitely check this out." And sometimes you can start a project where you think something, and but that's the thing too, Larry. If everybody who bought the deluxe version of, because when you bought Dying Light 2, the deluxe version, they told you that you get the upcoming expansion. So
Mhm.
if you bought the deluxe version of this game at any time, you getting the $60 game for free when it dropped. So so even though it's they not treating it as so even though it's not Dying Like 3, the fact that they treating it like that is 3, and it was technically supposed to be DLC, but now it's a full on big thing, and you getting it for free. If you already was there to support,
Can't argue
that's
with it.
kind of a W. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's really important to point out. Because I got the regular Dying Light 2, so I got to buy that motherfucker. I don't know about you, brother. So when I seen that shit was $59.99, I was like, that's tough. That's tough. Madden in August, even though I already got that pre-order. Mafia 2.
I
The
just say
Metal
it
Gear
from a
Solid. It's like
I say
it's
it
a
from
lot
a
of
stance
games.
of I really believe that they might.
Demo, what's good, brother?
I Yeah, what's going on, demo? I really think that they're framing it in that way. That way they can not be obligated, so they don't have to hear people talk about wanting to down like 3.
Mm.
They might be wanting to try.
Demo.
They might want to go in a different direction or have a
Mhm.
have another IP in mind or something like that.
They
So,
might have
so
bigger
Hello,
aspirations
Nicole.
for that shit too. Larry. They might be Dying Light 3 might be a next gen game or something like that,
Demo,
man.
we're good. Nero's just acting like a next gen villain today.
Spreading that truth, man.
We love you. We love you.
Unfiltered truth. Usual.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But Dying Light the Beast, man. I definitely look forward to checking it out. Shout out to Techland, man. Awesome devs. Now, we gotta this is why people are so fucking delusional because I don't know if they realize, but every topic that be in this motherfucker, I be putting these topics in here. So some people be like, "Oh, Nero don't talk about when PlayStation have studio layoffs. You only want to highlight Xbox or vice versa." Now I highlight everything, man. I love Days Gone, and I love Ben Studios for what they did with Days Gone. I think it's a criminally underrated game. But unfortunate news with them, they are laying off roughly 30% of this team. That's around 40 people following the cancellation of its live service title. The studio is currently spinning up a new project. Jim Ryan strikes again, even after leaving the company and being on the
Jim
beach.
Ryan's right again.
Fucking
Um,
has
yeah, just
long lasting
stupidity.
those lies.
Yeah, stupidity shit. I'm not gonna keep nailing the hammer about this. How dumb the live service shit was. They apparently learned their lesson. This is just the remnants of so many games getting started and greenlit, but then being canceled. That's a lot of wasted money down the drain. I hope those devs land on their feet somewhere. A lot of people been laying off, but the gaming industry is also thriving right now at the same time. So
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure they'll find more opportunities
They
in
can
no
make
time.
a studio with Bungie because they on the way.
Yeah, they exactly. About to be a lot. Yeah, definitely they on the way as well. I hope the next game they're spinning up is either Siphon Filter or
Mm.
Days Gone 2. If it ain't either one of those, man, get that shit the fuck out of here. Unless they doing a new IP.
I'm so disappointed that they were creating a live service game, and as a result,
I'll
They
never forget a world
losing
what they
its
did.
30% of the team. That's insane. That's
something
gutting
they
a
was
great
told to do.
studio. Ben Studio, great studio, delivered a good game and could have delivered an even better sequel because they would have had the backing. Like, it's sold quite well, the original game.
They did.
And I think setting up a new
Yeah.
project, perfect. I want you to get going and get back on it with story driven, single player or co op, but get off this live service bandwagon because 60%, putting 60% of what you make or what you use for development costs into live service and seeing no return on investment is horrific. If you're only using 40% to deliver your story driven single player narrative driven games, that was your bread and butter, and that is why a lot of people play on your system in the first place, as well as all the money heading you did. But fuck, they're just doing a really bad job over there at PlayStation at the moment, and it's disappointing to see.
Uh,
They'll get
yeah,
together.
man.
Yeah, fucking
Um,
disappointing.
Street Fighter 6 has sold over 5 million copies. Absolutely love to see that, man. The best fighting game out right now. Up there tied with Tekken. Um, some fighting games sell 5 million copies and continue to get supported. Others also sell 5 million copies and get left in the dust. Um, so shout out to Capcom for keeping the game alive, keeping the game thriving. I've been putting a little bit of time into it. Definitely fire. Lyric, you need to
100%.
pick it up. You and Reese both.
Yo, Reese is funny as hell.
Yeah, Reese ignorant, man.
We said it came and went.
They still here thriving, man.
Yeah,
Yo,
but there's
yo, yo,
only
right,
one.
yo,
There's only
Way
one of them that
Johnson.
came and gone.
Ray Johnson, bro, I fuck with you, pal. This the best comment you made all night. Don't sleep on Metro. You can get the Metro Saga bundle for $11.99 with the Game Pass discount 1, 2, and 3. Yo, Ray Johnson, which is your favorite one? For me, it's between the first two games because it's nothing like the Metro trilogy is one of my favorite trilogies. I'm about to replay Exodus on the Pro, but the atmosphere of Metro, the first two games, Last Light and Redux, bro, that top tier atmosphere in the game. Period. Now I still love 3. I love Exodus, but it's just that human. Like if you play it, if you haven't, go play it, man. But what's at stake? Just thinking that humans can never come from being below ground. Again, just that concept and just post it, yo, man. It's yo Redux. I'm right there with you, brother. Like that shit fire, man. Um, Definitely check those out. My bad, man. I had to highlight that, man. When somebody highlight some bangers, man, I need to play them shits. And Metro Last Light and Redux is the first games I played at 120 FPS when the console started. This gen started as a console centric gamer. Shout out to the Series S because I got that before I got the X. And via backwards compatibility, the first two Metro games run at 120 FPS, even on the S. So FYI. Another FYI, Xbox is sending out codes for Gears of War Reloaded if you own the digital copy of Gears of War Ultimate Edition. And I can't confirm it, but some people have been saying they only own the disc version and has also received codes for the game.
They
But it's
probably have the
also in
stats
Game
on
Pass.
people with the achievements and can send it out to the gamer tags, I reckon. Potentially.
If that's the case, they need to send it to everybody who got the achievements who played it through Game Pass too. Shit.
Who knows?
This is dope, man. This is dope. You don't see other people doing this. This is dope. I'm gonna give them their
That ball
flowers for
rolling.
that.
Make me want to go back and play the first one again, to be fair.
I'm about to play the first one again when it drops.
I might play the first one again. Yeah.
We all about to be playing the first one again.
You going to be playing it on the Pro, though?
Hell yeah, of course. I'm not
Yeah,
about
you
to
want
play
the-
the game for the fourth time. I'm not beating that shit 4 times in the same box. Like, I need a different experience because if not, it's either pro or bust for that shit. I either need to play it somewhere I never played it, or I'm not playing the game. Because personally, I wanted the whole collection, and I
hope it
really
drop frames.
Gears 2 is my favorite.
Hope it
by
drop
far.
frames for you.
Hey man, shout out Visual Fidelity and List of Bits. It actually runs best in the Pro. So we get 1440p to 1800p at 120 FPS, where the base consoles get 1080p and up to like 1200p. You know, I'm a tech head, do the little views. So shout out that Pro upgrade. If it ain't upgraded right on the Pro, I ain't buying it.
Man. They get the best version.
That's only true
PC
if you got
Master Race.
that's only true if your Red can handle that shit.
That's true.
I don't know. Everybody Red can't handle what the Series X and
But,
PS5
I mean,
and shit
to
is
be
doing,
fair,
man.
though,
We got to be realistic.
PC
Everybody Reds ain't
version,
doing that shit.
you get all the sliders, which is nice.
But if you can't slide your shit to be equal to what I'm seeing on the Pro or the X, what the fuck does that shit matter?
Get a handheld. Get a handheld.
Say all your sliders going down instead.
Yeah, if all your sliders got to go down for you to hit 120, but my shit is still up at your equivalent of high and ultra settings. Let's not forget, fuck people, don't make it seem like I'm doing this for the Pro. Gears 5 on the Series X, when it got updated for next gen consoles, had higher texture settings than PC Ultra. Go watch the Digital Foundry video about it. So that wasn't the best place to play Gears 5. The Series X was.
Did it
If you
get
want the
patched on
visuals.
PC?
Look,
I have no clue.
imagine having all that power but gotta wait on the patch. They be
Yeah,
equivalent
that's
to what
true.
the fuck this console is doing.
I mean, hey, that's the same thing that's happening with some Pro games. You got all that power, but you got to wait on a patch.
I mean, 4 games out of 90 or 100. I mean, I guess that's what percentage is that?
It's still
Right.
waiting, though. It's still waiting.
I mean, some people waiting on the game. Silent Hill too. So I mean, hey, I'm waiting on
but
the
people got
the visuals,
backlogs.
so-
They're gonna wait. They're gonna wait to play it on the platform they
I
want to
wasn't.
play it on.
There's a lot
That's
of
good
waiting
for
going
them.
on.
Yeah, it's a lot of waiting.
Next
Like,
Gen Villain is out here
some people
with
gotta
a
wait on the
vengeance.
game. I wait for an improved patch. That bad pro patch shit don't work when only let's say 5 of the 90 plus 100 plus games are all improved, plus all the ones that are naturally
That's a fact, Johnson.
benefits.
That's a fact. It definitely does.
High
Yeah,
Busters need a standalone. Nah, that's a fact. High Busters, man, is man. I need
Fire.
fucking E-Day, man. Like for real. Like, look, this is
You
cute
needed E-Day
with Gears
yesterday,
One.
I
Would
did.
y'all
This shit cute,
play
but I need
a
E-Day,
live
man.
service Gears?
Would I play a live service Gears?
Probably
What if
not.
Depends
I'm watch
what they've made it live service for.
now? Watch this. I'm gonna get Nero right now. I'm gonna get him to want it.
Let's see.
What if they go in the same vein of Helldivers, where everything is
I'm sold. But you gotta go. You gotta go exactly that vein. You gotta go exactly that. You gotta go exactly that, bro. If so many games copy that formula, bro, people will get in on that. If you're playing Gears of War and you're really fighting on the front, and what you doing when
Put a
you load
carrot
out to
out
go
there.
do
showing.
missions actually matter, bro, that shit'd be fucking genius, man. But you gotta do it right.
pushing back the locusts, man.
Yeah, pushing back the locust. That'd be fucking
Quick,
insane.
quick
That
shout
day
out to
one.
everybody watching live. Thank you, everybody. Good to see you here. Enjoying the show, enjoying Nero's clearly villainous takes this episode, and
Giving that bad guy off.
lyric as
Doing
usual.
mistakes.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. What is next? What have we got?
Devil
next?
May Cry 5 has sold 10 million units.
Oh,
Capcom killing it. God damn it.
yeah, they are.
Still in my backlog. Gotta knock it out. Fucking banger though, man.
I'm actually really happy to see the next piece of news because I know how much you loved what Bloober Team did with Silent Hill 2 remake. So they were doing the Silent Hill 1 remake.
Somebody get this to Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond's ears. Please let Bloober do a from the ground remake of Evil Within 1. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Because you still own the IP for Evil Within. Who the fuck under you is gonna do something with that IP? I don't trust nobody under them to do. I'm not saying nobody is capable, but what's already on everybody's plate, it's okay to do what Sony do and make some of these third party deals and partnerships and fund and publish some of these games. And they've been doing that a lot. I'm not saying that as if they haven't, because if you look at what's the latest game they published, man? It was just at the tip of my mind and tongue, but I'm looking at the comments and I forgot about it. But
Silent Hill 2? Wasn't it the last one they did?
Nah, I'm talking about Xbox. They what a Plague's Tale, what a Sobo. They got a real good partner with them. Start doing that more often. Get Bloober Team. They doing good. Put some money in their pocket. Say, yo, you already got the game right there. All they got to do is bring it up to date like they did with. I think they would thrive and do that perfectly, man. I don't know how you don't think that. But anyway, Silent Hill 1 remake is in development by Bloober Team and Konami. Look, I was 1 year old when this game dropped. This is a 25, 26-year-old fucking game. We need this shit.
To come.
Not Last of Us 3 fucking 5 times in 1 and 2 gen cycles. So I'm super excited for this, man. Yo, Bloober Team and Konami. Yo, Konami, they turned it around, man. They've been really killing it with Silent Hill F. They paying more attention to the Silent Hill franchise as a whole, giving it a lot of love and a lot of attention, even when it missed, like with that PlayStation, what was it, the Silent Hill short message. I got to go back and finish that, but that shit was kind of ass. But I'm happy, man. Bloober Team is killing it. They deserve it. Silent Hill 2 is one of the best games to drop this gen. Fuck what y'all talking about. That shit beautiful on the base P5 and the Pro. I don't give a fuck about that little fizzly puddles. Fix that shit and bring it to fucking Xbox. Because like I said, everybody deserves. That is a really good game, bro.
Have fun,
people
Johnson,
need to
on
play that
Split
game.
Fiction. I love that game. It's such a good game. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy and that's such a good
I fuck with you, Wade Johnson. You got really good taste in gaming, man. Enjoy gaming with the wife, man. Enjoy. That's a really good game.
Yes, sir.
100%.
Lyric, I know you like Silent Hill 2. You care about Silent Hill 1? Did you play that back in the day? This was way before my time.
Nah, I mean,
never played it.
No, I played it. They talking about remaking it.
Yeah,
the same way they did too.
I'm for that. I'm for that because that was one of the biggest things with 1 is it was just like really, really, really janky.
It hasn't aged well. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
kind of like the Resident Evil first game
God.
hasn't aged well, and that needs a remake. Whew.
I'm wondering why they keep avoiding 1.
Yeah, I want them to remake 1
I think there's a lot of
as
work that they're doing in the background. probably going to announce it at some
Mhm.
point, but because you had the fixed cameras and angles and such, and I feel like that's a little bit about Silent Hill 1 as well, with the fixed camera angles and the like up above type situations.
Yeah.
So maybe they're figuring out, do they want to deliver on an actual remake where they bring it into what current people are familiar with, or do they want to deliver a version that was like what everyone played back when they first launched? Who
Well,
knows?
if you notice, the way they do it is they do a main line, then they bounce with a couple remakes. They do the main line. So I'm thinking after Resident Evil 9 come out next year, either Resident Evil 5 remake or either Resident Evil 1/0 remake
Well,
is going to be next
when
year.
is
I would like to see
Resident Evil
Zero.
anniversary date?
I don't know.
I think they might, if only smart, to push Resident Evil 1 out to be like a big anniversary date
Hmm.
for them. Yeah. All right. Well,
All right. Last piece of quick news before we get into these main topics. 7 million players, aka 7 million sales for Space Marines 2. Shout out to them. Shout out to Sega. Shout out that team. Absolute fucking banger. Um,
definitely
Another
deserved
game
to be
that's
the year, but it didn't get there.
definitely deserved to be up there. Definitely deserved to be up there over Belantro for sure. Just throw that out there. But just a great game, man, all around. Just wanted to highlight that success. Hopefully, it hit 10 million players by the end of this gen. It's a really good game, man. Really great game. Really great game.
Absolutely.
And with that, man, we ready to get into some main topics. And
We
what
are.
everybody been waiting for, the Xbox Showcase review and rating. Panda, did we have another site that had everything announced like how we had last time or
Uh,
no?
I'm trying to remember if we have one in the order that they did it in, but
Mm.
give me a second, and I will find it. But we've got a topic before that, right? We've got the 35 million Game Pass subscriber topic.
Oh yeah. I was gonna tie that in with it, but yeah, man, Game Pass has hit 35 plus million Game Pass subscribers per a LinkedIn post. So 35 million, they creeping up on that 50 million goal of theirs, and probably beyond. So that's good, you know.
They
Yeah,
walking.
considering we
They
haven't had
walking.
numbers,
Yeah, they walking. They definitely
they
walking.
are.
They walking up them
Yeah.
stairs.
Hmm.
Yep. Um, and I
I'm
guess I'll tie in as well. Tom, who was it? Jazz Gordon. Somebody said they got some internal leaks that a Game Pass price hike is coming. That's why I was speaking about what I was speaking about earlier when I said I'll be.
I hope it's coming with the family plan that they've been
It got to at least come
trying
with a
in the
yearly
background.
plan too. A yearly plan, even for single subscribers, as long as it's cheaper out than what it actually costs for full year ultimate. I think that'd be dope, man. Like I said, some people are
just
just
gonna move
still
us across.
just still be happy with it. If it go because I going up to 25, I don't see it going from 20 or like 23 or one of them. I see it going to 25, and you can arguably still justify that. What we know is coming. Could you justify that with what's in there now?
Mm,
Depending on how much you play, maybe. But
Hmm.
a lot of these games, like I said, they be on sale so much. So it's like you can be good
true.
with picking up a few games here and there on sale and just working on what you got with your backlog. But for me, it'll definitely be a month by month. Like if it's a month where I know I'm buying a lot of like games that I'm playing that's coming out, then it's like nah, I won't need Game Pass. But
Mm,
if it's a month where it's something like any of the big games like that's coming next year that they talked about, Forza, Gears, Halo, Fable, all that shit, I'll be sub for. This
yeah.
year, Ninja Gaiden 4 and Outer Worlds 2, I'll be sub for. After that, it'll just be a month to month basis. If it's some dope shit I want to check out, cool. But if it's something else I'm paying full price for about to own anyway, then uh, I won't need it. I just got a point where it's like when it was $15 a month, it was just a no brainer to me. I ain't think about it. Like, it's $15 a month. To me, the value is screaming through the roof. And it's still valuable as fuck right now. Even at the prices at, even if it go to 25, you can still argue the value. It's just me, the way I play games, I jump around a lot. So I just rather pick up my
Mm.
games and focus on the backlog and shit personally.
I think it's I think that's the great thing about it, though. It is, what is it worth your money? Is it worth subscribing? You can subscribe and then come back to subscribing it later. I think the only thing you're going to run into is, I think what Johnson mentioned earlier was the fact that you were grandfathered in at a price, and then when you resubscribe, you'll be put into the new current price if you were grandfathered in. And
That's
so yeah, so
that's
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 the
that's anti-consumer. Fuck.
well,
Lord,
it
Lord
is.
forbid, Lord forbid I
But
fall on
they
hard
were. It was
times.
more. It's not so much
They can't pay my shit a
anti-consumer
month or two.
around that. It was more around, hey, you've been here with us from the beginning. Here's a benefit. If you
Hey,
choose to leave, you choose to leave. They've
hey,
never hidden that
hey,
from the
hey,
fact.
hey, you been here with us for the beginning, but you fell on rough time and got to prioritize your
Yeah,
kids
but
and
every
family
time you
over
unsubscribe
our
and they
prices.
pull the details out and you resubscribe, it's like you're resubscribing as a new person. So they don't take because you dropped that.
I guess
It's
I'll be
just
resubscribing as a person in October when now the world's through and Ninja Gaiden
but
get
yeah,
here.
that works because like you're gonna save that money essentially
Mhm.
for yourself and then use it when you want to use it, and that's the whole point of a subscription. I unsubscribe from stuff all the time, and
Going
then
on,
if I
right?
want to have it back, I'll resubscribe. But
I be
yeah,
seeing people on Netflix, on Twitter. Did you cancel your
upload that.
Netflix subscription? Yeah, you fucking right. You know who the fuck you talking to? I
Yeah,
canceled my fucking HBO Max subscription the moment Last of Us 2 was disappointing as fuck. I get them subscriptions out of here. I'm not just about to have money draining from my
100%.
account if I'm not getting the most out of what I know I could get out of that
Yes.
said subscription.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Disney Plus right now, I'm watching and binge watching all the Marvel shit. So yeah, I feel like I keep that, but shit like Paramount and Netflix, bro, y'all not about to just get free money from me. Like I
Mm.
use it when it's convenient for me, but I use that type of method with every situation. Like even if I'm working on my backlog, or even if it's a multiplayer game that I'm playing on Xbox or something like that, I can get the lowest tier. Like Lyric pointed out, it's tiered.
Just being a
I
smart
just won't
consumer.
be, yeah, just being a smart consumer, and I think that's what everybody should be doing going forward. Just don't blindly give anybody your money. And I'm not saying I was blindly giving Microsoft my money, but it was just like kind of to me a no brainer when it was $15 a month. But everything in life is going up. But you know what I've done? I've adjusted to everything in real life that's going up, whether it's food, gas prices, whatever the fuck. So I'm adjusting with this as well. I'm just trickling how I've adjusted to real life everywhere else to with this. Even with PS Plus, like I keep PS Plus because I play Hell Divers damn near every day, every week. But I don't need the fucking high end tier. But nigga, I go get that $10 tier. If it's just strictly about multiplayer, I mean, I done beat what I need to beat in most of these subscriptions. Like that. Now, a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't beat games. So if you ain't beating games, look, I get the most out of my goddamn Game Pass subscription. 100,000%. Lyric, no. Lyric, that's why I'm happy my brother on the show. Lyric, no. He do too. We get the most out of our subscriptions. That's why I'm feeling like when it get to a point where I don't feel like I'm getting too much shit, crazy shit up out of there. Like I said, why spend 20 on Game Pass to play Altars this month when I can just buy Altars for $10 more and own it, support the indie game. Like that don't got to be for everybody, but I beat a lot of games, man. 50, 40, 20, 30 games plus on Game Pass and the backlog. So new shit intrigues me, man. You know what I'm saying? But
I
I'm
mean,
always
that's
a person that's
what
never paid
uh,
money for Game Pass. I always
El
have.
Rey Tito has kind of got a comment here going, that's the beauty of it. Unsubscribe or subscribe whenever you want. Shitty part is when you're subscribed to something and you don't
That's
use it.
that's that's
You
a
waste
hundred percent.
money.
That's 100%. That's all I'm saying, man. If I feel like I'm not using it as much, then it is what it is. But when it comes, subscribe because
Good
look,
on you,
like I said,
buddy.
I love Outer Worlds, right? But I'm not spending 80 for that shit. Now, if it was 60 or 50, I'm telling you, I would have probably bought the game, especially if it's pro enhanced. I probably would have bought it on the pro. But the fact that it is 80, that's a no go for me. So I'm definitely gonna play it via Game Pass, and that's $25 if it's or whatever the price increase is at that time. I spend
Yeah.
that, or
Yeah.
just wait for set. I'm telling y'all, bro, my backlog is so deadly right now. Like y'all know how y'all say Nintendo games don't go on sale. That's tough for that platform. But as far as PlayStation and Xbox, the way these games go on sale, the homie earlier just mentioned the Metro trilogy for $11.99.
Hmm.
That's three fucking goated games in your backlog for $12, bro. Come on, man. It's too many great games out here, bro. Like,
Well,
and if you build up that backlog, shit.
let's get
Most shit that
into
come to
the
Game Pass, I end up owning.
let's get into the
Shout out
the
that
main
discount.
topic. And thank you, Monad, for being here. Appreciate you so much. Got to be smart with my money. Yes, Demo, you got to be smart with your
Gotta be,
money.
bro. Gotta
We
be.
had right like the day after our show aired last week. We obviously had the Xbox showcase, and there were lots of games shown, even a handheld. So we're gonna go through the games, but I also just want to go Nero and Lyric. What were your like highlights or thoughts on that? So I'm actually going to throw to Lyric first. And what if you were to give it a rating? What would you give it?
Yeah, I was actually gonna say we should just go through each
You
game
want
and
us to go
go.
through the games and do it at the
Yeah,
end?
yeah.
We
All
or,
right.
or we
I
could
think
we could we
highlight
could
them
go
as
with
we
like
go.
excited, not excited, and indifferent.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Because they showed a lot, and to try to think of off the
Mm-hmm.
back, I was just pulling up a list on my phone because it's a lot of even like little dope games they showed, no smaller things.
So the first game that they actually showed was a trailer for The Outer Worlds 2, which kind of was a really good opening and it showed really well actually.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that we got a little teaser for those who probably aren't going to stick around and watch the after showcase, but for those who are going to sit here and watch the Xbox showcase, you've got to see Outer Worlds 2 there. What was anyone's take on this? I actually really enjoyed how it showed. Yeah, it was a good start of the showcase.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it in October. I'm looking forward to playing it. Definitely one of my more intrigued games.
Mm.
I love Outer Worlds 1. It's just more Outer Worlds and bigger. So, and I watched the after
Dive as well.
the after dive, man. Those devs is funny, man. You know,
Oh
this
yes,
this
about
is
the
yeah,
perk
The,
from
the
staring into the sun for too long, and the
yeah,
and the sequel manager.
yeah,
oh
What
yes,
was
yeah.
his name, Mike?
fucking
All
funny.
type of little details, man. So it's really dope to see how they've grown out so many like smaller things and just expanded on ideas they had for the first game, man. I'm excited. I definitely be there. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just wish I could support you guys the way I want to as a studio because I love
yeah.
Obsidian. I wish I could give you guys a $60 um
You might be able to later down the
for it.
by that point. You've already
Oh yeah,
finished the
by
game.
that
You
point
want to.
I already finished
Yeah,
it. But that's the beauty of playing shit in Game Pass and having a PS5 Pro. I
Pay
play
that
shit in
premium
Game Pass,
upgrade.
I beat it, and then shit. If it come on sale for Pro, like if I'm playing this in Game Pass for $25 right when it dropped. If I see this shit like around February or whenever next year for $30, $40, I'll pick it up and own it. Because games like this, I play multiple times. It's an RPG. That's my favorite genre. You got multiple endings, multiple playthroughs, factions, and this is just bigger and more of the first game, and I love that. I really love what Obsidian got going on. They putting out 3 great games this year long. Avowed was a really good game. Lyric, Reese, the homie Rizzy, they put a lot of time into Grounded. Um, the homie Phil, Planet
And we
Phil,
running from it.
gaming like hell. He loved it as well. I know a lot of people that really enjoy Grounded. I barely scraped Grounded. I got in there. I looked around. I said, "Yeah, this is cool. This is cute. It's not for me though, but it's a really dope
He
game.
don't want to
It's
say he really is scared of the spiders, man. He
nah,
want to tell
man.
you.
It be them bees, man. I went by a can and seen a wasp, man. That shit sent something down my spine. I said, nah. But I mean, it's looking really good, man. Shout out to Obsidian, and they have came out and said that they didn't have anything to do with the $80, which I think a lot of people should know is common sense. That comes from the higher ups, not the devs. So it kind of pissed me off because if you watch the deep dive, they make a lot of like kind of jokes about corporations and greed and shit like that. So for them to make and say certain shit like that in the deep dive, and then
the irony, right?
it come out as $80. It makes me think maybe they didn't know that. Maybe they didn't have
Oh
any
no,
say
of
so
course
over
they're
that
gonna set the
until
prices, but they also don't. They also
yeah.
don't fund themselves. So
No, that's a fact too. That's a fact too. I'm just saying I hate
It's
that.
the return on
That's why
investment.
I
Yeah,
try to point out like let's not beat down on Obsidian the devs. You know what I'm
oh yeah,
saying? Like
absolutely. They
for
didn't
all I
make
know, they might have wanted it to be 60 because they said themselves they want people to play their games. You know what I'm
Studios and
saying?
devs
And they didn't have
make
any
games
out of
for us to play.
touch comment going, well, I used to save up for this much back
If
in
you
the
really
day.
are
And
a
like,
fan of it, you'll figure it
you'll,
out.
you'll find that $80.
You'll
Like,
find a way.
Yeah.
nah.
All right.
But and that's the thing. Somebody, the devs who said it, you got to ask Xbox about that. They not in the position that dickhead who said that those comments were in. You know what I'm saying? They not no CEOs and
Yep.
CFOs or whatever. They're just the common developers excited to make a game. So I'm
They just
happy
show
I'll
up
still
and
be
do
able to
their job.
support them.
Hello, Def
through Game
Leppard.
Pass.
Good to see you.
Devs and studios, all they want you is to be able to play their game, man. If they
Yeah.
can, if they could give it to you for free, and they could still keep making games, they would. 'Cause it's all
That
about the
reload
experience.
perk, yes, I thought that was so funny. The reload perk. I agree. That's probably going to be me as well, man.
But Outer
Probably
Worlds
going to
2,
be
definitely thumbs up,
Yeah,
ready
thumbs
to
up.
play.
100%. It showed so well, and I was pleasantly surprised that that's what we started the show with, and then we moved straight into High on Life 2. Yes,
Two thumbs up for me, man.
Fuck yes.
High on Life 1 is freaking amazing, yo. If you haven't played High on Life, man, go check it out. I need to play the
So
DLC.
stupid, but it's so good.
Yes, I need to play the DLC High on Life. I'll be seeing the DLC go on sale for like $10. I'm tempted, but definitely check this out, man. I don't know if it's still in Game Pass. It's in PS Plus right now, so I'm about to replay it over here, and I'm tempted to get that DLC. I just don't want to get the DLC, don't finish it, and then it leave PS Plus because
Yeah.
I ain't trying to deal with that.
Lyric,
But,
you going to be playing High on Life 2?
Absolutely, it's High on Life with a skateboard. Can't go wrong.
hey, exactly, man. That's all I needed right there.
Who knew you needed it just High on Life with a skateboard?
And this was one of the best done trailers shown that
was.
weekend from both shows.
Yes,
From all
it was a
shows.
trailer, I think. I agree. And I wanted more High on Life, and I'm so glad that we're getting more High on Life. And I feel like if we talk about Xbox Showcase as a whole, like the very beginning had really good pacing, and then it gets a little bit slower in the mid, and then there's a little bit better pacing, and then kind of tapered off a little bit. But little birdie told me that we might be seeing something from a Plague Tale Legacy or Plague's Tale. I'm excited. I don't think there was enough on this trailer to do anything more than just go intrigued. Like we didn't see enough. I'm really curious.
I did like. I was attached to the characters from the first two games. Yeah,
that's what it is. For
so
me.
when I seen this, it's like I'm excited for it, right? And I'm definitely looking forward to check it out. And it's in Game Pass, if I'm not mistaken, right? So I definitely play it and check it out.
Ooh,
And it's like
Sobo, right?
Yeah.
My
I
thumb,
don't have no doubt that it'll
like
be a good
a sideways thumb on
yeah,
that.
it's like, a sideways thumb. And it got leaked for me, so I wasn't too I seen it the day before it got leaked. So for sure.
I'm somewhat excited just because I really love the Plague Tale series. But saying that this is not like a success this is not a successor to them, so to speak. You know,
I don't think your dog agreed with your take there, Lyric.
Look, man, because he know Plague Tale's about rats, and he don't want to hear nothing about that. So.
I'm curious. Like, I don't know. Is this going to be like just a middle? Like, is it a full-on like follow-up of the story, or is this
nothing looked like it
going
came
back
from...
in time and giving us a prequel to where things started? Like, I'm really curious about what the story is going to be. So I really can't wait to see more. And it's due to come out next year. I just want to see more on this game, and I don't think we saw enough. And I was kind of sad that we didn't get to see enough about this title.
I'm gonna tell you what scares me is because, like, the thing about, unless they're going in a whole different direction, thing about Plague's Tale that makes it so good to me is like you're playing characters that are not like these soldiers and like these adept fighters, so to speak. So you're kind of playing off of the environment. You're kind of playing off of, you know, using the enemy's stupidity against themselves and stuff like that. Where when you see this character, you see that sword and everything, and it's like, where are we going? Like,
well, you saw the Plague Tale Requiem and the story that came from that, where they actually protected the plague bearer or whatever they were, and the fact that, like, you would have known that they would have been set up as the protector and probably went through combat training and all of that. So I
Mhm.
think maybe we're going to get a bit of
Something in that
backstory. Yeah, and I think that's probably why you're going to see that. But I agree with you. You felt like, am I going to make it through this because this person isn't really a fighter
Mhm.
in the same way someone with a sword would be. So I definitely feel that lyric. Yeah.
Well, I'm interested. You know,
I'm
we'll see.
interested. I'm interested. I
interested for
actually
sure.
really enjoyed the showcase. It's probably my favorite showcase out of the week. So yeah, this I don't know what it was, but the way that they had that clear bit of like whatever that was, and the way it pulled across, and then like something just. I've watched that trailer and reveal so many times, and I can't get enough of it. There's something, maybe it's my ASMR stuff coming through, but this actually showed really well. For the announcement. It looked really cool. Lyric, what were your thoughts on seeing an Xbox handheld
Well,
or partnered handheld?
I kind of knew it was coming.
We did, yeah.
So I'm down for it. I like the concept of all stores under one roof,
Yes,
and so
Millwall
that's
Gardens.
the biggest draw for me is putting them all under one roof and essentially telling yourself at that point that you can't miss out on any game because you have all the stores.
Yeah,
So I mean, we still we ain't got no price tag yet, have we?
that's the big call
'Cause
out. It's the most.
that's the thing right there.
That's the disappointing part here, and I feel like there's been some leaks coming out about what the prices could be, but I'm going to wait till they actually announce it to decide
Yeah.
whether or not. And that's going to be my big deciding factor. Am I going to pick it up? The price point is going to tell me whether or not I'm going to pick it up. Nero, what were your thoughts on this reveal?
It's a this thumbs for me, especially with the news coming out later the week after. Internally, the Xbox is like pretty much fully canceling. They handheld that never fully got announced, so I don't know if you can really say
They
it's
never
canceling.
cancelled it. What do you mean? What news?
Jazz put out an article. Good old Jazz and Tom Warren, they've been putting out articles saying that they pretty much
Some
just leaning
rumors.
into this rumors.
No, it said it was put on ice, delayed, but it
Yeah,
hasn't been
After
and they
cancelled.
came after that and
post
told
that
the rumor is
they
Has
came
there
out
been
after
another
that.
update that I've missed that they've now said looks like it's going to
Yeah,
be cancelled?
yeah, it was another update, another from the same people that announced that to begin with. So this is cool. I really like the concept. For me, I'm only intrigued by the higher end model. So the other
Mhm.
model don't do nothing for me. Um, I view like the PC handheld shit is kind of niche. If I wanted one, I would have had one by now. I would have been gotten a Steam Deck. I would have gotten a ROG or another one
But
of
it's
those.
still the
But
Xbox experience, so it's still your console
um,
experience,
yeah,
handheld form.
I'm not disagreeing with that. But
Mm.
like I said, I want the high end version, and I know that shit gonna be close to $1,000. And I'm personally just more intrigued by the Switch 2 at the moment, just
Fair
because
enough.
that's the entire
Lots of
generation that
games
I
you've never
haven't,
played.
yeah, that I've never played. I personally just wanted a dedicated, just all around, just strictly Xbox experience in a dedicated handheld. But this is dope. If they're not gonna do that, then this is good for those who care. Like I said, me personally, I would want the high end model. So
Yeah.
I might eventually check it out. My thing is,
If
I
they can keep
started
it
doing
around
a little.
750,
It's not
they
going to
got
be
it.
750.
Yeah, I
They're not
started doing
that one.
a little research on some of those handhelds and some of the problems that come along with it. Even having like a lot of these games, you're gonna have to tinker to get to run. And still, PC games, especially when you go to different storefronts. So, for people that's not familiar, hopefully it's like a more streamlined experience for them. But it's just little things I was looking into. Like I wonder how the battery life is gonna be. I'm really intrigued by the specs, though. I really like the specs, especially as the higher end model. That's the one that's intriguing me.
I think that's why, like,
Um,
you're calling out battery life. I think that's exactly why we're hearing about that stripped back Windows 11 version. So they get that increased battery life, they get that increased
yeah,
performance, you have that better experience. They really need to still continue to work on the Windows 11 software in order to be ideal to deliver gaming on a handheld, or even better on delivering gaming on Windows PCs themselves.
yeah.
Um, I
My,
really liked the coloring, like the white for the S version, and then the black
mhm.
for the X version. Just made it really simple and obvious as to what you were getting around performance or just
Mhm.
specs.
And my critiques about what the price is not like a critique towards the handheld itself. First of all, like I said, I'm only speaking for the high end variant. That's the one that's
Mm,
intriguing me. So I'm expecting the price to be what it is. If it's
$900.
if
Yeah.
it's $999, bro, I'm not gonna argue that a 2 terabyte Series X is $700 right now. That's
Yeah.
the only consoles right now this year is that and the base PS5 that don't have some form of new technology. The Switch have DLS, which is a new technology for consoles. PSSR is a new upscaling technology. So those prices, I'm not gonna complain about the Pro for the price that it is. You haven't seen me complain. I'm not gonna complain about the Switch for $450. Now I will complain about the $80 games. I'm not gonna complain if the high end variant of this is $999. For I mean, it's arguably worth it if that's what you want. I'm just saying, me right now, um, I'm not sure if I'm gonna. I need to see real world usage. Let me put it
I
like
think
that.
750 has
Well, I
to be
think
at the
we're
gate.
looking at the current ROG allies are running the Z1 chips, and this will be running the Z2 chips, and so you're definitely going to get that side of it. You'll probably see a drop in price for maybe the ROG Ally X and the ROG Ally by itself, the original ones, because they're lower spec.
Man, fuck them. This is what I want. The one that
Yeah,
they were showing, the one with the, what is it, 24 gigs of RAM. That's the one that I want. So I don't care
Hmm.
about the price drops or the other one. Because like I said, if I wanted one by now, I would have been got one. The handhelds is pretty niche. It's about all together sold about 6 million.
yeah.
The Switch just did 3.5
I'm
in
just
4 days. You know what I'm saying?
saying
So
that
it's not like
the price is gonna be up there in line with what we
yeah. And then you
probably
get
the original ROG launched at.
you couldn't get a lot of these motherfuckers to
Yeah,
go
that's
support
crazy.
the cheapest next gen console on the market prior to the price
I feel
increases. Like
like
so, I feel like this is gonna be. I feel like this handheld is dedicated to the same people that the Pro is dedicated to, just in a different aspect. The Pro is for people who want more power, want the higher ends and shit. This is for people who want, for one, it's more powerful than the Series X. The
Mhm.
specs
well,
in
we're
it,
looking at so you're talking about a
and you get
thousand.
multiple storefronts. Like if that's what you're looking for, if you're that type of hardcore gamer, especially like even my homie, the people that's in the chat right now, like demo, the people who have a retri, even Becca, the people that have a foot already in different storefronts outside of the Xbox storefront. This is who this is triggered for, especially if you want to. Well, the lower end version, we got to see what that price is. But for this end right here, I think this is dedicated for the hardcore people like us, like the people who really care about it. So I don't
Mm.
think they're trying to sell this to people who's on the Series S or
I'm
even
looking at
Series
this
X
and
users.
going. I'm a bit worried about the price for New Zealand. So you're talking about $1,000 or $900 US.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at 15 to 1800
Oh
New
man,
Zealand for the X version,
damn,
and
That's tough.
so yeah, it becomes rough
that's tough,
when
man.
you yeah.
That's tough. That's tough.
So I'm a bit worried. That's what price point is. Like I love the showing. I'm just the fact that they haven't given us a price point. I'm a little bit worried about. Like, just give us the price point.
And
Give people a chance to decide whether or not they're going to put money aside to buy it. Yeah.
that's another thing, right? That kind of got me where I'm kind of like trying to think, right? Because
Umbro, your
I
Switch 2
don't know,
arrived
man.
today. Congrats, man.
I don't know. Because I feel like if I'm gonna spend that much money on a handheld, I might as well
Get a
just save
PC.
that and double it and go and start building an actual PC and listen to the homies like Retri Demo, the homie Power Boss, and let them walk me through building an actual PC. If I'm gonna go spend that much money on a handheld, and then it's
You can always ask
like
me.
my thing is, how is it gonna play your Xbox games? Like I know it's gonna play your Xbox games, but when you fire up your Series X, you're getting a dedicated build of that game dedicated for your specific Series X or S version of your hardware. Is games gonna be? Is they gonna have specific ports? Like I'm trying. Like how is this?
That would be pretty
Are
dope
you
if
gonna
they
have to
had a
tweak these
rogue version.
games?
If
Like
they had a rogue version
Yeah, there's
of.
still more
yeah, that's
information
what.
they need to
Yeah,
give us.
that's what I mean. Like
It's probably
I
gonna
need more info.
like with certain games where you like load it up and the game recognizes your hardware and then just
Mhm.
delivers what it thinks the best. Um,
Smart delivery. If it got smart delivery, then cool. I need them to say that though. You know what I'm saying? If they got because
I
smart
mean, like
delivery, in
in
my opinion,
Steam,
is one
like
of the.
Steam will recognize, or like some computer games will recognize what you've got, and then adjust your
Mhm.
settings accordingly, and then you can still play around with your settings anyway. But like, I think that's probably what it's going to be. It might have a version of smart delivery, and it needs quick resume, so it better have quick resume in there. I just think it's interesting that Xbox is going to have a hardware device out, a handheld device out that plays PlayStation games natively before PlayStation does.
The
I think
thing
that's
that
my biggest
All
biggest
right,
takeaway from that.
shout out K Right Bob, man. He said, "Hey guys, price and pre-order and release have leaked today. Pre-order start during Gamescom in August. Release in October. Right version is $4.99 USD and $7.99
see, that's not bad.
USD. That's not bad. Those not bad prices. If those
Yeah,
are
I
the
feel like those were the
prices,
prices we
That's
saw
that's the
yesterday,
price
yeah,
I was
Nero,
looking for
yeah,
in our
in
chat.
that range.
yeah,
Now
that's
that's
when I
not bad.
started grinning right there. That's when it's like, all right,
Now I hope
I can work with that.
my thing is I'm hoping that the partnership between Xbox and them is not just for the handheld itself, but also going forward, making sure that every game that they release is optimized for it from
See,
that point
Demo
of view.
make a good point. He said it'll probably run the PC versions of those games, and see, that's what I
See, I
mean
was
when I
thinking
say
that
I'm.
too,
That's why I say
and
like
that's
you
where
got
the
to be
iffy
careful
part
with that
comes in.
marketing because when you say this is an Xbox, me when I say an Xbox, it's just I play those. It's a console experience. Like I get motherfuckers love PC, but I'm on console for a reason. I don't have to tinker. I don't have to. If you want to go tinker and lower your resolution to 720p to get 300 frames,
I don't
more
think you're going to
power
be
to you, brother.
tinkering that way,
You-
Nero. I don't think you're going to be
I'm
tinkering that way.
I just
Yeah,
need to see because I'm just saying like
we
some
don't have enough info,
some of
but I
these
agree.
some of these I've been paying attention to some of these a lot of PC ports this gen and a lot of some of these ports be iffy ports. So iffy ports on the handheld, I'm like, God damn, what we doing here? So that's why I want a native Xbox handheld because I have over
Smart move.
300 games. Let me just play my games natively inside of an Xbox. Like that's what they was working on that got canceled is what I
I do
want.
love the fact that you can port it though,
But
like
this
set it
price
up
is
and
good though.
dock it.
Mhm.
That's the price point. That's a lot better because I feel like that's cheaper than the original ROG LAX that launched for everyone because it was like $900 or something like that. So if it's 800, that's $100 cheaper. They might be eating some cost in relation to this.
Hey, shout
Um,
out Umber,
yeah,
man. Hey Umber, can you let me know some of the just put some pros and cons
And then they're
of
gonna
your
give us
Z1
the
Extreme,
and they're
if you
gonna
don't
give us
mind.
the bundle that comes with that and the Series X for like $11.99.
More like $15.99.
Um, all right. What else have we
I was
got?
trying to hope that would be in a nice spot.
Okay, so
15 crazy.
after the handheld
It's
announcement,
about
we
right.
got the Blood of the Dawnwalker. So it was
Oh,
nice to
two
see more
thumbs
on
up.
that.
Yep, two
Yeah, it
thumbs
looks
up.
good, eh?
Thumbs
Two
up.
thumbs
Looks
up.
good.
I'm
Looks
ready
good.
for that. Ready for
Definitely
that.
looks good.
I just want to play it. I'm so glad it's coming out next
I
year.
just want to play it.
I just want
Hashtag
to
I
play it.
just want to play it.
Yeah.
You need that on the shirt, Panda.
Yes, I just want to play it. Yeah, 100%. It's me. It's me. I just want to play the game. I feel that. I'm excited for it though. KY, the PC versions and console versions are the same. They strip you of the options on console and give you curated versions of games with only performance and quality profiles. Yes. But I mean, what Nero's talking about there, KY, is more around like if you had to play around in the settings and adjust it so it's perfectly optimized for the system, that's not what the console
I think they're
experience
gonna make it
is.
where it's gonna boot the game in a way
That
in a kind of like an option that is strictly for that platform for the
yeah.
Pro.
I'm
So
not
you
sure.
won't
Like
have to do anything.
we're
It'll
gonna
just
find
like
out more
boom.
anyway
Mm.
because of the fact that they've completely changed the Xbox PC Windows 11 operating experience compared to what the original ROG Ally delivered, and so I think there's a lot coming in there that we're not aware of. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I would hope it would be that
I
way.
really want to pick up a handheld. So yeah,
Shit, I'm picking up the Switch too, man. Shit, that's for sure. Getting caught this year. That ROG
Yeah,
shit might be a next
I
year. I
got
might wait to see
look, I got three
how that
thumbs up for
runs.
this next one.
Let me see. Oh
Super
yeah, oh
Meat
yeah,
Boy 3
yeah.
fucking D. I was
Thumbs
surprised. I was like,
up.
Thumbs up
about
for me.
fucking time. I thought this had
Yeah.
died and like a sad death that we were
I
never
was
going
in
to
there
see a
like,
Super
is that
Meat
Meat
Boy
Boy?
again.
Is that Meat Boy? Yeah, I'm on my way there for that.
Yeah. Two thumbs up for me. Fire.
I rock with Meat
Yeah,
Boy.
it looked really good, and I know Super Meat Boy's hard. It's a platformer, which is probably what I'm going to struggle with,
And
but
it's
it looked
tough.
really, really good.
It's
Yeah, it is
extremely
tough. It's not forgiving. Um, Ninja
you know.
Gaiden 4.
This is a it's a medium for me only because you had your whole show in January. I don't need to see more of this game. I've seen enough. I know it's coming. I appreciate you
You're
showing
ready
it
to
real
play it.
quick, but I didn't need to
And
see
then you didn't
this.
really show us anything to get me
Anything we
hype
haven't
about it.
seen. Yeah, it's damn. That could have been the same footage from January. I wouldn't know. It's just the same. Like,
I think they are also trying to hit a lot of people who probably didn't watch any Xbox dedicated shows or things like that, who will sit there and come and watch these shows specifically in mid-year. So we're going to see some stuff that we probably don't care about because we've seen enough and we're ready to play it. Yeah. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, The Order of Giants.
Can't argue with more indie.
Yeah, no, it
thumbs up
was
for me.
really good. It was so good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm excited.
Yeah, I have to go back and clean up the rest of his
Achievements?
side missions and side stories that I didn't finish with it. I finished
That
the
last
game.
achievement is going to destroy your soul. Like the
Lord.
one to get like, I feel like I can't remember what the collectible is, but you get one collectible. It's the wall with all the fucking relics that you have to put in. You have to put enough in each. I spent like 4 or 5 hours just on that one puzzle.
Yeah.
It was horrible, but I got there.
Yeah. But you did it.
And if you don't want to spend that long on there are walkthroughs online on how to do it.
I'm just gonna hit you up. You're gonna be my walkthrough.
Honestly, it's just trial and error. That last one was fun. Just like working out what worked and then like trying to like, I don't have enough. Oh my God, I have to go look back and figure out if I can do. It was a lot of, I should just give you the number of relics for each one. I should have written that down and said this much, this much, this much. Now make it work. Yeah. Beast of Reincarnation, Game Freak. I was not expecting to see Game Freak delivering a game that isn't a Pokemon game.
Exactly.
This surprised me. I know on the
Pokemon
show.
Fans are upset right now. It's like we ain't got no Pokemon, but you doing this or like what's going on?
I know, right? I'm actually intrigued, and I'm gonna give it a go. I'm really gonna give it a go because I'm like, I want to see what Game Freak does when they're not delivering a Pokemon game.
We're probably capturing something in there.
Yeah, they'll probably get sued just like Power Wheel does. I'm kidding.
They're gonna get sued. That's funny.
This is a thumbs up for me, man. I thought it looked pretty good, pretty interesting. Good to see them making something different.
Yeah, that's what we were just saying. That was my biggest surprise, I think, surprise-wise, of seeing for a developer making something so different from what we're used to from them. Because every Pokemon game I've ever loaded up with like Game Freak, and I'm like, this isn't a Pokemon game. What is this? Okay, this was the game of the fucking showcase.
100%. 2 thumbs up for me.
Yeah, every time I see this game, it's just like
3 thumbs if I could. Shit.
Do you know what I need to show? And
I'm gonna say 1.5 thumbs up. It would be 2, but I'm pissed off. I wish we would have got a date. I really wish I would have got a date, but they said coming in due time, a little play on the clockwork shit. Because to me, that's the type of trailer you show when the game is dropping in the fall or dropping in the winter. Like this type of trailer was like, yeah, this shit is coming.
I think they pulled Fable out of the list. So what do you put? Clockwork.
Yeah, that would have been dope, but in due time. So I guess it's probably coming next year for sure.
If you saw our thumbnail this week, I had the character from the little doll guy on our thumbnail, and then fuck you changed it to Lyric. Oh no, changed it to Nero. Sorry, Lyric.
I fuck with it.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'll change it back. But I just I wanted to show you that. I was like, you'll enjoy that, Nero. You'll enjoy that. But
that was definitely my highlight of the show, though, man.
100%. I'm with you.
It showed so well, and I wasn't expecting. Like, I know we'd seen it 2 years prior. We'd seen it 2 years prior, and so it's been 2 years since we heard from it. And then it just kind of like blew me away around like.
NXL need their flowers, man. Anyway,
100%.
They do a lot of work, especially with the marketing. Like they're one of the studios that literally anything that comes out, they have they have some kind of video or some little play on anything going on, especially like on Twitter and stuff like that. So it's like they're a really good studio. If you haven't played Wasteland 3, also go play it.
Yeah.
Definitely play it.
Yeah, it just this whole thing,
Even
the
if you have to
tone.
even if you have to turn difficulty down a little bit, because it's a tough game.
Yeah, it's
But
tough as
just
It
the
hell.
is a tough
appearance and the
game.
story and everything is worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's
The tone, the humor of the trailer was just it was so good, and I'm so
Mhm.
excited for this. We got so much gameplay, and if you watched Phil Spencer's interview and he talked about how they gave this game more time, and I think that's exactly what it needed, and I'm so glad they gave it the time during the showcase to give us a lot more around what they're doing in this game.
Mhm.
Because I feel like everyone walked away, and even when it first showed, 2 years ago, everyone walked away going, "I'm really intrigued by Clockwork Revolution," and so it's just I feel like day one for most people when this game releases.
100%.
Phil is looking fit. Yes, he's looking
Yeah, Phil
Phil
was looking
Slender
very
instead
healthy,
of
less
man.
stress,
Yeah.
Extender.
and he ain't got a whole bunch of people constantly hitting him, bothering him about these
Mm.
games. Y'all leave Phil
Um,
alone so he can man.
Phil
yeah,
was definitely looking healthy, man. That was really
was.
good to see, actually, man. Really good to see. Shout out
This
to Phil,
also
man.
showed really well.
This is number
Grounded
2 for me.
2.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, this is one of my other highlights of the showcase was Grounded 2. I'm gonna let you guys talk about that for a little bit. Yeah, what were your thoughts? Are you gonna play it?
I'm in there. Reese
Mm.
Reese Reese got ran off of the first one. I want to throw that out there. We
Was that
had
because of the spiders?
look, it was the termites. He's scared of the termites.
The
I'm telling on him right now. He is scared of the termites. We have 3 bases, big bases. We
termites.
got plenty of supplies. But the problem is that we haven't played in a while. And when we come back, the termites are on the way to raid us. And he's
Oh,
afraid of those termites. He's gonna try to go down there and say, no, because I'm ready to play the second one. Nah, it's the termites.
there's
It is
scorpions
100%
in this
the
one. Oh,
termites. But yeah, that game looks good, man. I'm excited for the buggies. I,
yes.
I'm hoping. And one thing about them, they pay attention to the community feedback and everything,
Fuck yes.
and that's why they're going into the game preview thing again, so they can kind of shape the game with the community.
The
So,
fact the fact that they partnered with Eidos Montreal to help
mhm,
deliver this because it was what 12 devs created the first game and have
mhm.
turned it into what it is today, and Eidos has come in to help them on the second one. I love Eidos, and this is just for those who
It looks
shat on
so
the
good.
first game. The first game was so good, and I can't wait. It's going to be more grounded in a bigger environment with just more, and I feel like that's what everyone wants. So worth it.
They're adding like classes, in a way in the game and perks to go in. It's so
Mounts,
much going on. Yep, them buggies.
yep,
I'm
and
hoping I'm
buggies.
hoping I'm hoping they allow us to like ride like bees or something. That would be dope. Be able to fly.
Flying,
Yeah.
yes. Hey, I mean, the community asked for it. The community's probably going to
Hmm.
get it. So
Oh yeah. I'm in the Discord like crazy. So yeah.
it just always brings me back to my childhood watching Honey I Shrunk the Kids and Honey I Shrunk Ourselves.
Absolutely.
And like those feelings of wouldn't it be cool if that happened, and then because I was a bit skeptical on the first game, and I was like, I'll play it because it's in Game Pass, and I
Hmm.
played it. I was like, wow, this is so cool. And so for anyone who is skeptical on it, if you
Please go play
aren't
that
sure,
game.
I recommend getting in and playing it, and it'll just blow your mind at how cool and how wicked that game is. It's such a good
It's,
game.
it's so much, and it's a lot deeper than it would seem. I think a lot of people dismissed it because of like the art style and cover. It's that game is tough and
Yeah.
extremely deep.
And those
And I
fucking spiders are like
man, look,
spiders.
and they're terrifying too. They're
And you
terrifying.
see the blades of grass rustling, you're like, what the
Moving, yep.
fuck's coming my way?
Oh my god. I think what's
And you're
really
just
cool
like
about this trailer
sprinting.
for me is how they did the biomes thing. So like
Yeah.
because there's not snow necessarily in the game, the ice cream is the snow. So that was pretty dope in the when I was watching the trailer. They had like ice cream that's dropped over the park, and that's like a snowy area, so to speak,
Mm.
in there. So that's pretty dope. But like this,
Uh,
the way they play out there, I'm 100%
yeah.
there. That's 3 thumbs up.
100%. KY asked, do you all think Grounded 2 will be in early access development as long as the first, or do you think this one will have a quicker turnaround time?
I think it will, just because it's more so about shaping. Because they even said in the dive, they said it was trying that they pride themselves on shaping the game with the community. They
Yeah.
they even said that they had more buggies in mind, but they didn't put them in the game because they wanted to see the feedback and want to move according to what the community wants. So they just started with a couple of them, and it was like try to see how people gauge and how they like and stuff like that. So I think we're probably gonna see it for a year or two,
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
but the beauty of that is that even if you play in early access or the game preview, the final game is so much better than the game. Like we played game preview all the way up to the launch, and when we played the launch game, it still had things we never saw the whole
Yeah.
time we played. So they're really good at holding some of the things away from us and then implementing it in the 1.0 version of it.
Yeah, I also agree. I think the preview probably it's going to be shorter turnaround time because they have IDOS Montreal helping them with the development of this game. So it'll be bigger team around and being able to work on things in a faster turnaround time. Nero, anything you want to add? Because Lyric and I are just hyping this game because we love
Nah,
it.
we can move on. I ain't.
You're cancelled.
I might check it out when the full game
Hashtag
drop.
next
I'm
gen
not.
Pete. We trying to get him to be Pete.
Nah.
He don't want to be Pete.
Pete came out. He checked the scene. He said this shit cool, but I'm back in the stars at the time, and now I'm back in other shit too.
You can take Max. You can take Max, just as long as no one takes Hoops is my cat.
I got Cronus, the new Kronos, yeah, the new
2
Dawn.
thumbs up for me, man.
Only because it's horror. Only because it's a horror. But to be fair, mid because people are gonna love it. Yeah, people are gonna love it.
And then this being that they show give me hope that maybe they can get something going with Bloober team, because this is from Bloober. So
I'm the only one that cares about the next one.
Yeah, you keep scrolling past that.
To be fair, no, we're not going to scroll back. To be fair, I have no one to play ESO with. I love ESO.
Do. You're looking at them.
Our time zone, it's so hard when when the time zones are out there, because like when I finish work, everyone's like, oh, I'll sleep at the other end, or just waking up for their morning to go to work or whatever it is. But I love ESO.
Yeah, I do too.
But I do think like we were gonna see a show where they put this in here because they have to put it in here.
That's the problem.
I didn't want to fucking see it here.
Y'all the problem.
I wanted Elder Scrolls 6.
Exactly. Y'all the reason we don't got Elder Scrolls 6. Y'all keep giving them y'all time and money with this bullshit.
You know what? This is how they paid for Elder Scrolls 6.
Man, they got $1 trillion backing now, man.
This is technically Elder Scrolls 6 for you.
There are something happening with your camera.
My bad.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not.
If you've never played ESO, like they
look, Oblivion remake is more Elder Scrolls 6 than this.
That's cap. That's cap.
You haven't played ESO?
Honestly, no.
I have. I like single player.
Or have you played it recently?
I like my single player.
That's the beauty of ESO.
I know I can, but I just
all the stories and all the plot lines and everything in there is just.
I'm giving it a medium. The more y'all try to sell it, I'm a turn it down.
He's gonna keep hating it. All right, I will move us to the next one. This is Don't Nod. So Don't Nod are doing Aphelion. I feel like that's how you say it. Aphelion.
Oh yeah,
I don't actually know. Apollon. I don't know how to say it.
I just kept calling it Aphelion.
Apollon? I don't know how to say it. Apollon. It might be of the Epsilon, whatever it was, stuff. I don't know how to say this name. But I was like, looks cool. Like Don't Nod's spreading out and doing a bit more intense gameplay compared to some of their other games, because Don't Nod do a lot of your, I guess, type of Stranger Things gameplay. So this actually looked quite cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. You guys gonna play it?
Yeah, I'll check it out probably.
We'll check it out. Yeah.
We more than likely gonna check out anything.
Yeah, all this shit go on the wish list for sure.
Yeah.
No ghost at the Grand. This looked kind of funny. This looked kind of good.
I ain't really
I'll probably have a look at it.
Yeah, I don't feel like I even
Oh yeah, I
remember
remember.
this. Bro.
Okay, I do now. I do
It
now.
looked really weird to begin with, and then you got more into it. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm a little bit more sold on this trailer. I'm gonna definitely check it out at some point.
That's the one they were doing all that.
Oh,
dancing.
never mind. I do remember
They're
this.
doing all
I
that
take back
dancing
what
one.
I said. This is a thumbs up for me because this looked intriguing because it started off as like one of them, like you said, regular little cleaning games, and then it just took a like little turn out of left field, and it had something more to do with it. So I was like, I like that because what's the cleaning game that just came to Game Pass too, Lyric,
Serial
that you and
cleaner,
Reese put
not
me on.
serial cleaner. Oh
They just
man,
had
why did I
paint,
forget it?
Crime scene cleaner.
crime
What
scene
was
cleaner.
it?
They just had a spray
Yeah,
paint simulator to it.
Too.
yeah.
Yeah, I started my spray paint simulator. I was actually playing it on PC the other day.
Have you played Crime Scene Cleaner, Panda?
No.
You should
You
definitely check it
you
out on
definitely
Game
should try it
Pass.
out.
Yeah, yeah. I'll
pretty good.
definitely
It's
take a
fun
look.
and it's got a pretty.
It got a
pretty
story,
interesting
man. It's
story
not.
to it,
I
too.
thought you was about to just be a cop person cleaning up. Nah, you cleaning up for the mafia, and I'm gonna leave it at that. That's a
Yeah.
good story
Mm.
setup right there.
There you go. Age of Mythology. Another update for those Age of
For
Mythology
somebody.
fans.
For
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody.
for
it
someone.
was somebody, not for me, man. Thumbs down. I ain't give a damn about
I'm
this.
more of a Civilization fan over the Age of Empires, Age of Mythology series, but I do like a real-time strategy game. Mudang Two Hearts.
That looked good.
Mudang
That
Two
looked good.
Hearts.
Oh,
That
this
looked-
is 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with it too.
This was
It
two
looked
thumbs up.
good. It looked
Yeah,
good.
this was 2 thumbs up. This looked amazing.
Yeah, it looked
Definitely
really
be
good.
checking this out.
I'm
for sure.
excited to see it. This was my other highlight, by the way.
2 thumbs up. Planet of Lana 1
Planet
is
of
an
Lana
absolute
fucking
masterpiece.
2.
If you ain't played
I'm
the
gonna
first game,
respectfully bow
man,
out because I didn't.
look,
If you haven't
Lyric,
played the
come
first
on, man.
game, get the fuck out. No, I'm kidding.
People like
No.
you and Becca is part of the problem, man. Play these indie games, man.
I'm out,
Lurk, have you not played this? Lurk, have you not played this?
Nah,
The
he
first
dead,
one.
man. He gone, man. For
I
real.
don't-
Nah.
It's
The first one was pretty good, man.
The first one was really good.
I don't.
These stories be heart touching, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like if I played it, I would have remembered because
It's short. It was a
enjoyed
really
it.
short game. It was a
Well,
little bit
you know
puzzly
what?
because you had to sneak through the levels and
I'm
stuff.
gonna go ahead and hit that app up and go ahead and get it downloaded.
Yes, play it. I don't know if it's still in Game Pass, but that's how I played it. And Planet of Lana 2, when this announced, because do you know I was talking about this like 2 weeks ago on the show, going, what was that game I really enjoyed?
Planet of Lana.
And I couldn't remember. And then it showed at the showcase, and I was like, fuck yes. Hell
It's a
yes.
really good game, man. It's a really good game. Like it. Love it.
That's what I'm saying.
And Bob is right, man. He said, to be honest, man, we all can give our honest opinion about these games, what we think, because they're all in Game Pass, man. Not like you got to pay full price.
Yeah, I'm not corporate slaving my way through anything.
Yeah, forget your.
Thumbs down, man. Thumbs down, man. Thumbs down.
Fucking
Look, listen,
fishing?
I'm sorry. Look, I'm tired of this shit, right? Sea of Thieves and ESO taking up time. Get that shit out of here. That shit taking up valuable time. Oh, I know.
All this was an announcement for fishing.
Why the fuck do
Added
this
to
need
the
to be out of
fishing
show?
Who doesn't want fishing?
Come on, man. This shit was a waste of fucking time.
Who
And
doesn't
filler.
want to fish in radiated waters?
I was just about to say, don't you get radiated from going near the water? Now you want me to stand there and throw a hook and stand there and longer and get rats? Like, what are we doing here?
Hey, that's a skill issue. You know,
Man, where Fallout 5 at, man?
I fucking love that line. That's a
Man.
skill issue.
Where the Fallout 3 remake, man? Can we talk about how wrong these fucking leakers was too? All that shit they was. We're gonna see. We gonna see Halo
wrong.
remake. We gonna see Fallout remastered. Man,
Starfield's been on the way for the last 3 shows.
Yeah, man. These motherfuckers, man. That's why Aaron Greenberg, he said, "Yo, set your expectations." I quoted it and said, "That's what you're not to say." But after seeing the showcase,
I think
to me, it's still an 8.
He was trying to say like those big games.
Don't expect it. Don't expect it. Yeah. But this shit was filler. The ESO section was filler.
Oh man,
the Sea of Thieves section was filler.
Hey man, go ahead.
Every live service game that's already thriving was filler.
Was that part of the show that I was like, the pacing is off here, but the main thing that they did was they gave you enough time to see when games were releasing on what platform and all of that, and I love that. Solo leveling, Arise, Overdrive. So this is what?
I'm trying to remember what this was.
this looked actually really good. I'm trying to remember
I think it
exactly
had
what was
co-op
in there
in
as
it
well,
because
but
it's a
it
joke.
looked good. It looked like it had co-op in it. I
Yeah,
agree.
it
There were
did.
a couple
It
of
did
the
have
games that looked like they had co-op, and I was like, yeah, boy.
because the joke was it was called solo leveling and it had co-op in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember you made that joke. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. And yeah, there was just some great stuff here. All right, where are we next?
Go
Animo
ahead,
announced.
Panda.
Keep scrolling, man.
Go ahead,
Please.
Yep,
Panda.
yep,
Thumbs
yep.
down.
I
And this
agree.
what
I
this
agree.
what I say that was filler, man. All that in a row was just straight filler, man. I should have went and took a leak.
We literally can play this. Well, the demo
Right now, we can play this right now. If you want to play Tony Hawk Skater 3 and 4, it's right now available
Thumbs up.
on Game Pass. I fucking love these games. I played them on the original Xboxes, and so yeah. What's up, Yobi? I definitely need to get you on the
Yo.
show. Good to see you, my friend. Keep looking after
Reset.
yourself.
Hey, go back.
Reset.
Hey, go back up. Hey, go back up. Hey, go back up to the game. Hey, Reese. Hey, Reese. This why Reese, my manager behind the scenes, man. This
Yeah,
why I'm the
Nintendo
villain,
needs
man.
to do them fucking too.
As they should. Yo, Nintendo, get these motherfuckers the fuck out of here. I don't ever want to see this shit at another Xbox showcase. Be original. I don't feel bad when Nintendo soon. Nintendo worked
They
hard
not.
to
I
build them
mean,
IPs
you know.
from the ground, man. Just for y'all to come out here,
So
throw some little
everybody just
adorable
sees
little
the little character
animals.
and just immediately think it's Pokemon. Like, come on.
I mean, man, look, it's a formula that they stealing, man. Look, hey, I mean,
The,
what the
the
court
cute
be saying?
character
What
formula.
hey, look, hey, look, what the court be saying? Who the court be siding with? That's my thing. Like,
At the end
I
of the
don't
day,
know. Like,
yeah.
hey,
The court says what it
hey,
says. So it
it
is
says what it
is.
says. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just took him to court. They went through the legal
Take
process,
that
and it
shit
turns
down.
out you're being you be original. Like, think outside the box, not our box. Like, don't think in our box. Get outside the box.
Exactly. Get out of our box.
Yeah,
Take that shit
man.
down.
Oh yes.
Hey.
Hey,
Thank you, KY. You're celebrating 2 months of membership.
sure.
What are we saying? Sup, fam? Love my time on the show. Can't wait to do a game. While I did enjoy the showcase, no State of Decay 3
That's
was a
mine
major
right there.
disappointment
That's
for
mine.
me.
Yo,
100%.
Yo, all right,
100%.
hold up, KY Bob, man, you just motivated me to do something, man. Y'all can talk about Tony Hawk because I just want to point out a couple things, man. You know what I'm saying?
That is my one.
Yo,
That's my
yo,
one.
you come pull up next week, Bob, if you're free, man. You know I love when you come on, bro. He keep it real, man. I love him. Them, I love people that keep it real, man. Shout out to the bros, man.
He loves it when people let him be hashtag NextGenVillain. Yeah, that's why I'm still here.
Yeah, man, exactly. And she greenlit the name. I was expecting to be called a grifter today. She said villain. I said, oh my, I fucking glowed up, yo.
You
Like,
put it in
that's
the
what
chat and I fucking loved it. I was like, you're going to be villain today.
Upgraded.
I said, yeah, I love that.
Oh my god! You know what?
All right,
we need to change. We need to change our tiers to your names of what your next gen grifter, next gen villain, all of that.
100%.
That is gonna be.
I'm gonna be a villain right now because I'm getting started. State of Decay 3 official announcement trailer is 4 years old. Just want to throw that out there, man. I'm saying
we really
about to do this.
we about to do this, Lyric. We about to do this. We about to walk down this road. We about to do this because it's time everybody gets smacked.
Don't
in
worry,
the
I
face
got y'all, chat. I got y'all.
And it's cool.
I got y'all.
Hold it down. He gonna hold it down. And this is not discrediting everything that came, but remind you, things that came, arguably a Redfall. Listen, all right. Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark official announcement trailer. The Game Awards 2020, 4 years ago. It's 2 games. That's 4 years ago. Let's see Contraband announcement trailer. Y'all. I'm sorry I got to do this, man, because people make me feel crazy. Y'all want to call me Pony Box because if I'm gonna make fun of the Wolverine trailer being 3 years old, let's look in our closet and air out our dirty laundry that we need updates for that we haven't heard shit about. Contraband official announcement trailer 4 years ago. When the last time we seen any like pure gameplay for any of this shit either? Besides, we seen a bit of Perfect Dark. Let's go down. What's next, man? What was it? Everwild?
No.
You done?
Yeah. That's enough.
All right. I'm just making sure, man.
You don't have to beat it up like that. Man.
By the way, Everwild announcement trailer is 5 years ago. When the last time we heard something?
Okay,
about that?
so
that's it.
I'm gonna defend it this time because we had that problem of announcing things early, but we learned from it. So now we're at the point of not doing that anymore. The difference between Xbox and PlayStation when it comes to this, PlayStation is notoriously known to not do it. So when they do it, it's like, why are we seeing a game that that was announced 3 years ago? They don't never do that. Every time they announce a game or show a game, it's coming out.
Well,
Usually
we know
within that
why.
year.
The leaks fucked them over. All the
No,
leaks, they had to pretty much reset the game. That's the one. But I'm just saying. The only thing I'm saying is because I'm speaking for myself. I'm calling myself out for being a hypocrite. I made fun of Wolverine being announced and not being here and nothing about it being
that's not
3
a
years
hypocrite,
old
though.
until I decided to look into my favorite games that I'm looking forward to. I've been bragging about this Xbox roadmap all gen. Some of these games got announced during the Xbox One generation. These trailers is 4 or 5. Elder Scrolls is 7 years old. I want these games to start rolling and trickling in, bro. By summertime, by those 3 games I named, by the time they get here, it's going to be a new generation of Xbox. Xbox not even going to be the Xbox we knew it was when these games got announced. So we damn near spent a whole generation of wanting and waiting. And the shit that have came that I've loved, let's not act like everything that came that I love wasn't pushed back a year. Halo, I loved it, got pushed back a year.
Fuck it, needed
Starfield,
it,
I
though,
loved
to
it.
be fair.
I'm not saying they don't. I'm just pointing it out.
All
I'm just
the
pointing it
games
out.
got pushed
Starfield,
back,
I love, pushed back a year. Avowed, pushed back months. Fable got pushed back out of this year.
but
It's
Xbox the only
just
one
about
giving
being
us.
realistic.
But Xbox the only one
And
giving us
being
games
honest.
on a regular basis, though.
I mean, like, I'm not discrediting that, but it's like those games really arguably hit or miss. They hit or miss. Like, listen, Game Pass. I'm putting it like this: Game Pass save a lot of these games for me because I don't have to pay them full price. Without Game Pass, I said it multiple times, and without PS Plus, it's only about 3-4 of these games I would have bought full price day one. That's Starfield,
I would
Indiana
have.
Jones, both Forza
I
games.
would have wished. I would have
Like,
loved for Horizon Forbidden West to have been in a Game Pass.
yeah,
Because
that's
then
why
I
I'm not.
wouldn't have bought it. Because then I
Hey,
wouldn't have bought it.
hey, sales. Listen, a Horizon Forbidden West for $30. Hey, you can't tell me that's not a good deal. And that game made to me. I just installed it again because I said, shit, I'm about to finish the DLC. Like, you can get these games on sale. Like, and I will get a lot of these games on sale. But Game Pass save a lot of these games for me because I don't have to buy them. So I give them more leeway. I give them more open eyes. I turn a blind eye to certain things because I'm not paying full price for them. But I also been posting these pictures of
What's the
roadmaps
last
and
Naughty
shit.
Dog game?
What's the last Naughty Dog game? I mean, I'm happy they ain't announced Intergalactic for 6 years. I'm happy that's not a 5-year-old trailer. I'm happy they waited. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them
But see,
cook.
that's the
Like,
point. That's the point I'm making. Is like that's what they normally do. So that's what made people look crazy. Like, why would they show Wolverine if it's not ready? And
it probably, but that's the thing though. They showed it when it was probably ready, but those leaks they had to take
you
that.
think them
And,
leaks
and let's be honest. We see first of all, fuck
good
the leaks.
though?
We seen the gameplay. The gameplay wasn't good, Lyric.
But
That
see,
shit looked at ass.
man, if they was finna
To me,
give us
personally,
that, boy, that would have been tough. If they was
that
finna
shit
give us
looked at
that would have
ass.
been
That
tough.
shit needed to be scrapped. The only,
That's
but
what
I'm
I'm
not.
saying. Like, it
I'm
didn't
not
look
saying
good.
that to defend Wolverine. Like, I'm a Batman dude, but I like Wolverine because first of all, I like the Activision Wolverine. From back
Nero
in the
wants
day.
to play the games when they say that they're going to be here, right?
Pretty much, man. And I'm my thing is, don't sell
Do
me
what
on a
you say you're
roadmap.
going to do, right?
Don't sell
Yeah.
me on a roadmap for this generation, and then I don't get half of the shit this generation. That's all I'm saying. Is we got about 2-3 years
I
left.
mean,
But they had
one
a problem.
one company's doing a better
Like,
job of selling you on a roadmap than the other one is. 100%.
But my thing, don't sell me on a roadmap. Sell me on the games. That's what I want. And I'm not saying Xbox haven't been doing that, but shit, every year this generation, Sony has put out 1 or 2 first-party games without including the third-party deals. I'm not saying Microsoft hasn't put out games. They putting out more games, but I also got to point out the same way I praised them for delivering on games. I gotta ask them where are other games. Like, it's a lot of good games that I want from these motherfuckers that I haven't heard or had any updates on. Like these, like I said, these trailers is some of these trailers is older than this generation.
Well, that
Like
was the problem with them.
like,
They was announcing games when they was in the like, oh, we're in development of this game, like not the game
shit,
actually being ready. So
man.
now I think they learned from that. So we don't get no more trailers of games that because I'm pretty sure they have
And look, I'm
2 or 3
gonna be
games
honest.
they could have shown at the showcase that ain't nowhere near. They probably wanted to show Blade.
Hey, look, yo, shout out to Naughty Dog. I fuck with them, but man, look, I might be in fear after that writing Neil Druckmann and them redid for HBO with the show, hey, Intergalactic might be in trouble if he the lead writer on that motherfucker, man.
Oh, man.
And I fuck with Naughty Dog, man. But there's certain things Neil do, man. I gotta see what he, and I love Last of Us 1 and 2. I do, but if we going by what have you done for me lately, y'all bringing out they haven't put out no games. That is a fact.
Hey,
What have
Naughty
they put?
Dog,
What have they put out? A show, and
This
they
is what
fuck with that show. So
this is what I have for
Hey.
Naughty Dog, because y'all motherfuckers had a gold mine in factions. Gold mine in
they let
factions.
dumbass
And you
Bungie,
just had to let that go.
man.
Because of
Yep,
Bungie,
100
who can't
fucking
even
percent.
that no one cares about the game that they're
Stupidity.
coming out with. So like that was crazy. And I know it's not Naughty Dog. I really don't mean that. I'm sorry, Naughty Dog. It's really, the hires, but letting that game go is crazy, man. That was gold.
Yeah,
mine.
that's
a
the
gold
most
mine.
idiotic shit. This like that and Concord is probably the. Like Sony did a lot of stupid shit this generation. Like it's a reason why I waited so late to get in on the PS5. Like it's a roadmap of just dumb decisions the motherfuckers have done that I can point out. But I've done it enough throughout the years that I'm not going to continue to rehash it. But factions and the fact that you let somebody like Bungie of all people, like you motherfuckers, not even y'all niggas is still in art, and you gonna come in here and tell me what to do with the art I built?
Y'all can't
Get
even
the
draw
fuck-
your own characters.
You know what I'm saying? You can't even draw your own. You trying to go for this aesthetically pleasing ass unique art style, but you getting that shit from somebody off Twitter. Like what are we like? Come on, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like nah, that ain't it, man. Intergalactic. I'm definitely intrigued by it. I'm happy it's something different. I love Last of Us, but I need something different, man. You know what I'm saying? That dark, gloomy universe, and I say like. I think Days Gone got the potential to be a better universe as a whole than Last of Us, because Last of Us universe, can it really exist out?
Holy crap. Okay. Thank you
Okay.
for the $10. The
Absolutely.
$9.99 there, KY. I am in no way worried about State of Decay 3. We're talking about Undead Labs here, who did live dev streams and updates for State of Decay 2 for like 3 years, and now they've gone completely silent. This team is doing work. I agree. We're going to hear
yeah,
from
I
it
don't doubt
when
it.
we're
I
going to
don't
hear
doubt it.
from it when it's
Yeah,
ready.
they announced, like they had a stream and they announced in the stream when they were saying that they was completely dedicating their time to. That's the reason why they're not doing any more updates for 2. Actually, it's still being updated, but it's being updated by they pass it on to like a smaller team of like a group of like modders or whatnot, and they're still doing like little updates and stuff to State of Decay. But the team has moved on to 3, so
I
everyone's
think
hands could be on deck on
They
that.
getting
I
that
think-
PS5 port ready.
hey, you never
That's
know.
why Fable was delayed, man. They said, "Damn, now we got to scale Fable
Now it's
back
the
to
Xbox
PS5,
25-year
man."
anniversary, okay? That's what we're going with, and that's what we're sticking.
Fable got delayed so they can get it ready for that road.
Yeah.
I mean, man, look,
Fable
come
got
on.
delayed so they can
Like-
get ready
like,
for
look,
Tell me
the
that ain't a
lyric,
next-gen
lyric, I'm
Xbox.
yo, lyric. I
It's
swear,
ready for the
yo, lyric.
next-gen Xbox.
Lyric, I promise you, lyric. Like I pray that they don't be doing what you say they might be doing shit for, because that shit pissed me off and make me say fuck them so much. If you delay Fable to get shit on a handheld that less than fucking probably 3% of your these motherfuckers can't get them to buy a Series S.
No, I
Or
honestly
X.
believe they're
Who the fuck is gonna buy that for
Also
double the price?
trying to get through, like we're coming up like 3 hours here almost, so I would like to go and have some lunch.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's get
You're
through the
right.
show.
You're
Let's
We
definitely
can
right
talk about this
It's-
forever.
But in our defense, it was a lot of fucking news, man. It was a lot of news.
I mean,
this
in our
week.
defense,
Lot of news.
I fucking agree with you there, Nero. There's a lot of shit that has just come up, so I
A lot of
agree
news.
with
We're
you.
gonna have to
It
start
has
having
been
like
it has been
timestamps
Christmas for
for
gamers.
the next
this-
part of news.
Yeah.
So we can
At
so we
Fate's
can know to
End,
move on.
that looked kind of interesting. I'm gonna
Yeah.
check it
Oh
out.
yeah, this looked interesting for sure.
Yeah, it looked good because that's the people who did Spirit. Fucking
Fair.
yeah,
Was it
Spirit Fair and something else. What was the other game that they did? I can't think of it anymore. Gears of War Reloaded. Didn't need to see anything more on that.
Yeah,
we
I
know what
ain't
we're
need to
getting with
see
that.
They had
Persona
me at free
4.
upgrades.
Who even
owners.
likes that franchise? Like for real.
Yeah. Persona 4 Revival. Sweet.
Uh,
Glad to see it's coming to Xbox.
Yeah.
No, there was
that moved the needle for
very
me.
little gameplay. If you're a Persona fan, you're a Persona fan.
Hey, look.
Give it a go. Give it a go. Sea of Thieves.
Man, come on, man. See, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
More
Yeah, let's
filler didn't
go.
need to see
You know
this.
what? I love Sea of Thieves. I was
Me and my
there when
son
it
plays
was
it all the
first
time. I love it.
available to those in
Come
the
on, Larry.
insider
Don't
program
use
to
the
Yep,
strong
play.
I'm
black
using
father
it. I'm
excuse.
using it.
You son of a gun, man.
I
Like,
was there.
Nope.
I have my founders stuff from
Sentimental.
when I was there. I love Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, it's fine.
Invincible versus. Need to see more characters, but fuck yes. I
I
love
was
the show.
excited when they
this is 2
showed it.
thumbs up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm like one in this because I was
Mm.
excited when I saw Invincible, and then it was a fighting game. I was like, okay, cool. I ain't gonna lie, when they showed like the fighting, it was like mad to me. But I mean, maybe it just didn't. Maybe it's just me.
Well,
But
it's
it
still.
just didn't seem
Hopefully,
that.
they're still in development, and hopefully, you go and message the developers and tell them just up the.
It didn't have a lot of flair to it. I think that's what it is. It's
Needs
like
a lot more flair.
You saying that the Marvel from the state of play set your expectations a little too high, and then you seen
that
this
was
and
that. Yeah, Marvel looks like a better fighter.
Agree, demo. Agree. Final Fantasy
like both of
7
them.
and 16 coming to Xbox. This pissed off a lot of people in one particular
This is a
community.
thumbs up and a thumb sideways for me. Thumbs up because Final Fantasy 16 was ready right away. This is because you're still making people wait to the winter for 7. I feel like they both should have just dropped right then and there.
They're trying to double
Yeah,
because they know.
I think they're trying to get.
They know people would have had to choose one or the other.
Most people weren't gonna buy both of them, but now when you split them apart,
Mm-hmm.
most people are gonna buy both of them.
Yep. Keeper. Now, I feel like this was a bit controversial because this is Double Fine's new game.
Oh, this
And I
2
feel
thumbs
like-
up for me.
I feel like some
It's
people
very
are like, what the fuck? And other people are quite intrigued by it. Do you're saying 2 thumbs up, Nero? Where are
Yeah.
you at this?
I was saying what the fuck with a smile.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I was like, knowing Double Fine, there's going to be something more to than you just playing a lighthouse. I like the fact that you are playing a lighthouse because that just shows that Double Fine don't give a shit. They're going to do whatever they want. And their quirkiness is evidence in all the games. It looked good though. Like, I'm excited to play this.
Yep,
And it's going to
I'm
be
agree.
Game Pass day one.
Shout out them to having the freedom to be able to do something as quirky as
Yeah.
this and not have to go for the big blockbuster in your face, type game coming off
Reese.
of like Psychonauts and stuff.
I appreciate what you said. I trust Double Fine. I trust Double Fine as well. Yeah.
Yo, demo, bro. I trust your opinion, bro. Even with what you said about ponies be capping for Persona, I'm not taking anything away from them. But the way these people die on these JRPG hills, like they're just the mecca of gaming. Sometimes I'd be like, all right, like, okay.
It's funny a point when the niche genre becomes like the
a hot take. When you call a niche genre niche, it's a hot take. This is
Now-
2 thumbs down for me. This is actually 2 middle fingers and a thumbs down for me.
yeah.
The worst way to ever end a gaming showcase in history.
Thumbs down
The
with
worst ending to any of Xbox showcases in the last few years. Black Ops shit 7. Don't give a fuck about it. Not gonna play even with Game Pass.
I ain't saying I'm not gonna say that part, but
and it's slash. Yeah, I might play it. But
I was surprised that we're seeing Black Ops 7 and we're not seeing one of the other ones.
Man,
and they're going
nobody-
straight into
man.
Black Ops 7. Like, that was surprising for me.
And
I
then
love
the way
the
the
actor,
trailer.
so I want
I
to play
thought this
the
was a
story
new
mode.
IP. I don't know about you, Panda.
I
I thought it was a new IP as
I thought it
well.
was a new IP. I'm like, damn, what's this? I'm really
it
trying to
looked
put it
good. I was
together.
like, okay.
I was
And
like,
then they showed
who
that
the
Black
fuck
Ops, like,
has
nigga,
gone
I
over
was like,
to...
come on, man.
oh my god, why can't I think of the studio that made Alan Wake?
Alan Wake.
What's the
Remedy,
studio,
Remedy,
though?
Remedy.
I was like, has someone been like...
That was a weed
well,
moment. I
has
called
some-
out.
We was
Thank
thinking
you.
of
I was like,
Control,
Remedy. I just
too.
couldn't think of it.
We was calling out
I thought it
Control, too,
was
and everything.
going to be like a Remedy game.
Yeah, I
because
thought Control.
it
I was
just
like,
looked
oh,
really interesting. And I was like, oh, but Quantum Breaky. And then it turned into this. And I was like, okay.
The sad part is there's 25 million people that was excited to see that.
Yeah, I guess. They're gonna go buy
Have a
it
good
and eat
night,
it up after playing the
Bobby.
game.
Thank you for hanging out in the chat with us. We
Yes,
There's
sir.
a lot of
Much love, Bob.
people that saw that and said, "Oh," and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's the way to end that showcase. That's what brought it down for me.
Yes.
That's what brought it
100%.
down.
I mean, imagine if they ended the showcase with like Clockwork's Revolution.
That
That
would've
would've been what
That would have been a better ending. Like, I mean, even The Xbox, the Phil Spencer speech teasing the other games would have been a better ending. This is some shit you could have started the showcase with. Okay, Black Ops 7. Okay, we starting with a COD.
They
Okay,
they could have
you know
ended
what
with
I'm
the
saying?
road.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That whole, I don't know. I
Yeah.
just didn't care for this ending. Y'all, I
So,
know Panda
what's
is
your
getting
rating on the
tired.
showcase?
Okay.
Trevor?
My rating is an 8.
I have the same rating.
Solid 8.
Yeah, that
And,
sounds
and,
Solid
and
about
I
eight.
just the only reason I brought up all those games that I mentioned about the games that's older,
Same.
like the contra, because if just one of any of those games I named, one of any of those would have showed up today with a release date for next year, this show would have easily been a 9. And that's if it
Yeah.
was Perfect Dark, if it was State of Decay 3, if it was a Forza, if it was a Halo. But he announced those, so forget about those. But even if it was a Contraband, or Everwild, if it was any of those games that I've been waiting to see, I'm not asking for all of them. If it was just any one of those, it would have been a 9 out of 10.
I
Yeah.
gave it the 8.5, but like that's with an asterisk. And I say that with the concept of if I'm looking at it just by what I saw,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I can give it an 8.5, and like a point and a half came from Black Ops being at the end.
Yeah.
That took a point and a half off. But if I'm
Mm.
looking at it from what I kind of wanted to see in there, then I'm
Mm-hmm.
probably gonna bring it down to like a 6.5, because State of Decay 3 not being there is a huge blow to me.
Good
Yeah.
call out.
That not seeing anything because we haven't heard anything is kind of wild to me.
And I feel
So
like
Yep.
when we talked about our ratings last week for what we saw from the State of Play and then what we saw from the Summer Game Fest, and I was like, I'm putting the Summer Game Fest at 7 because then it leaves wiggle room for whatever. Because I had a feeling like it wasn't going to be as good as last year's showcase for Xbox. I mean, how the fuck do you follow last year's showcase? That was insane with Doom there. It was just insane, that showcase. And then knowing that Fable probably wasn't going to be there because they weren't going to show it till next year's showcase, knowing it had been delayed. I agree. Like, it was a solid 8. I couldn't rate it any higher because the
This
games that
felt
I
like the
really
showcase
wanted to
leading
see
up
there
to the
weren't.
showcase, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I think next year we're probably going to be
a
blown
banger.
away at the showcases next year.
I'm still waiting on one more thing, like right now.
I know. That's what I was like. This can't be it. One more thing.
still-
One more
yeah.
thing. Like, even
One
if the
more-
one more thing had been the Xbox handheld, like in the
Yeah, I
sense of
would
the
have been
Rock
happy with
Ally
that.
could have ended
Yeah.
the show, I would have been fine with that. But like, Call
Black
of
Ops
Duty
is
ending the show?
crazy. We literally just had Black Ops 6. Like, it's not even like
Exactly.
a return of the other franchise or nothing. You didn't bring Modern Warfare around or even something else. Like, you brought Black Ops, the next Black Ops. Like, how much improvement can that be between 6 and 7?
Well, Black Ops 7 is really just going to be what? Story? And then you're still going to get the same like multiplayer out of it, essentially.
Yeah.
There's not a big enough difference. Yeah. That's all it is.
So they ended the game. They ended the showcase with an expansion.
Yeah, basically. That's what I feel like.
That's what it felt like.
To me. Demo Flow, I agree they should have started with it, but still I love it because COD had Jimmy flying all over Europe. Now we take it for granted COD will always be COD. Yes. Yep. Some people this was a big thing for them. For those of us who know what's in the back that Xbox is holding on to, and we know what they're cooking, this was not as good a showcase as it could have been. It was still a pretty solid showcase. They had some really good call outs and some good games.
This was a state of play.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
this was a state of play. This was a state of play.
I mean, I feel like it was like a state of play plus.
I mean, it's the Xbox version of it, so it's gonna.
Well, you know what
probably
state of play did do last week was like the first party. Like we saw first party in here, and I think that was the big difference. There was like a couple of, but yeah. What else do we have on our agenda before we
They
head
first
out?
party is PlayStation first party at this point. Shit.
Yeah. Well,
everything
PlayStation is an Xbox.
It is. We can end it on this last piece. The last topic we'll do
move
is
us to the 3 panel very quickly. Nero, give me a second.
Okay. So Nintendo has announced that the Switch 2 has sold over 3.5 units in just 4 days. It is the fastest selling Nintendo hardware ever at launch, and it's the fastest selling video game hardware ever at launch. The comparisons, it's just stump all the comparisons when you compare it to the PS5, the PS4, um, even the PS2. It's just
In
huge.
4 fucking
Huge.
days. That is insane.
Personally, I love to see it. I don't got much to say besides I love to see it, and I can't wait to be a part of it.
And that is, and they said they were going to have plenty of stock. People went to
Mhm.
places and they still had stock, so they're preparing and planning to
Yeah,
sell ridiculous amounts of this console.
yeah. Everywhere
Um,
around me locally been sold out though.
yeah, well, there you go. So I
Like
guess,
some
I
places
mean,
is more
I
varied than
most
others, I guess.
I was I was watching people play Mario Kart World. And I was like, fuck, I want to
Mhm.
play that because I love Mario Kart
Yeah.
so much. And I've got a little bit of FOMO on that side of things, but I'm going to wait because for
Mhm.
me, one game that I want to play at launch for a price of console for that isn't enough. It might have been enough when I literally had no money, like back in 2013.
Mhm.
But now it's not enough. I need a couple of games that I can switch between, and that's where what's the name coming out later this June? Oh my god, Donkey Kong Bonanza coming out end of June. That should have been there day one as an alternative option for those, because I think that was also there, but they're gonna sell like fucking gangbusters, man.
Mhm.
That's a good point, Demo, man. That whole week has been like, if you're
Sure,
a gamer, we can't argue with it right now. Games,
100
games, games, and games. You know,
100%. It's insane. Congratulations, Nintendo. I think
congrats,
people
man.
were probably worried about the price point and such, but like Nintendo knows what the fuck they're doing.
Hmm.
They got a product and they know people want it.
Hmm. And they
Yeah,
stand on it. And they
yep.
Yeah,
standing on business.
Yeah,
yeah.
they definitely stand on business, man. They definitely stand on business. Yeah,
They
I
don't.
mean, the
They're the
Switch 2
only
seems
ones
like
that
a
ain't giving nobody nothing,
yeah, man.
and
They
they
the only
getting
ones
stuff.
that still got
You
some
want to pay for
goddamn
game chat?
dignity.
You gotta pay for game chat.
They the only ones still got a soul and got some dignity, man. Keep it all where you at. Nintendo, keep doing what you're doing. You ain't laying off your own devs and your workers. You're paying people well. Keep doing what you're doing, man. And as far as Nintendo switching prices up, it's stupid. But in my opinion, people paying $60 for what the fuck the Switch was doing last gen was mind blowing to me to begin with.
Yeah.
So at least with this gen, you getting shit. You getting some 4K. You getting options for VRR and DLS. I mean, goddamn. It
Yeah,
Hmm.
is a real big generational leap from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2 compared to what our generational leap was,
mm,
for sure. Shout out
right.
Nintendo.
Shout out Nintendo. Shout out to everyone who watched us live, who watched us after the fact, who hung out with us in the chat, who hung out with us in the show. But it's been a really good show. I love it.
Mhm.
I love doing this every week, and so been
Was a good show.
thoroughly enjoying it. All right,
We'll be right back at it next week.
we
Yes, we
will. Do you
will.
want to close us out? I've just got a call, so I'm just going to quickly
All
grab
righty.
it.
Go ahead, do your thing. All right, man. Y'all know where to find me, man. NextGenNero, all platforms, man. Check out the Lies of P review I just had, man. My next review is probably going to be look at Panda. Don't she look like a sleeper agent? She looked like she's taking a professional phone call. She like, yeah.
Hmm.
He just landed in Chicago. Like a movie. All right, let me pay attention. Man. So yeah, you can find me all platforms, man. Check out the review, whether it's on my channel or the channel here. Lies of P is definitely a masterpiece, man. Lyric, let them know where they can find you, man. The latest niggle activities you've been into.
The nigga, man, you know it, Lyric Da Vinci on that Twitter app, man. That's where I frequent most of the time. I'm gonna start trying to expand my social media presence a little bit, maybe,
Yeah,
possibly. Who knows?
yeah.
Probably not, but I'm gonna say that though. But yeah, Lyric Da Vinci, man. You know what time it is. Y'all want to get
I
stupid
just
memes
noticed your hoodie,
and
Panda. I
crazy
love
things?
it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm a Mass Effect fan through and through.
I had to bring Reese's favorite wrestler out. Reese is the biggest rock fan I know. Can y'all see him where he at? He right there. Like that's I had to because Reese bring it. Reese, Becca, all that. Hey, y'all bring it. This
Just-
wrestler, like I don't know. Reese was talking about he was so tempted to get a rock tattoo in his teenage years. I say, yo, that's I would personally, I
Wait, the
wouldn't
one with the Rock wearing the fanny pack,
possibly, man.
bum bag, whatever you call it over
I,
in the States. I don't know what you call it over in the States.
that's
That
all I
version.
know is that's Reese's favorite wrestler of all time, man. So I wanted to do a little tribute to Reese tonight and put that on for him. But yeah,
Let's
it's
see if I
been a
can
good
find
show, man.
wearing. See if I can. You wanted this on a tattoo, right? Oh, let's see if I can find it. Oh, can I? Can I?
He
I'll
called that
show it to
man
you
by
after
his
the
real
show. I was going
name.
to take me a second to find it. Oh wait, there we go.
Why you call
Here
him
we go.
Dwayne though?
Yeah, that's crazy. I hate Dwayne. It's wild. He said take that shit off. Nah, man.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We're going to
Great
head
show.
out. Yeah. Everyone, take care of
Appreciate
yourself.
y'all
Enjoy some
coming.
gaming. Bye.